Good evening, Booze. It's Sunday night. I looked for a really good national whatever day, National Spaghetti Day. It's not very exciting. And then there's something about National Dimpled Chad Day. So if you know somebody named Chad with dimples, I guess it's his day today. So go slap him or something. I don't know. Whatever you would do to a dimpled Chad. I don't know where they get some of these from, but it's pretty crazy. So we have AJ coming back tonight, our spiritual advisor, because we're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to start talking about some haunted places in and near New Orleans that I'm going to be visiting when I go next month. And we're going to be talking about how to protect yourself. You don't have to be a paranormal investigator. You could just be going on like a little ghost tour. And then I've got my own little demon that keeps bugging me tonight, and she's probably going to be in and out of shots just because she said she took like a 4-hour nap today, so she is raring to go. And she's already tried to knock over the ring light like 4 times. So we'll see how far we get before everything goes south. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because now she's over by the lights again. Come on, Tans. There we go. I'll keep her occupied over here. So I'm just waiting for AJ to come in. I think she's getting set up. So while we're waiting for her, I'm just going to pop in the chat and say hello to everybody. And I see all of you guys in here tonight. And hello, haircuts. Hello, beautiful people. She says love all around. And Ernie's here, but she's going to be busy with Banana too. So she says she's going to be in and out of the chat. Keep your headphones on though, Ernie. We don't want Banana picking up any of the stuff that we're saying. Protect the children's ears. And Haircut says, every time I see you, I wonder if I should change my name to Bert. Haircut. So we can have a Bert and Ernie in chat. I like that. I like that. Oh, hey, look, it's me. Somebody named Tombstones jumped in. So hello, Booze. And Ernie says you'd love my baby's daddy's name. Is his name Bert? Something tells me his name might be Bert. I just call Ernie Ernesto though, and I did name a chicken after her. He's a nice chicken too. And hello, Tiff. And let's see, Ernie. Um, and Mia B. Hello, Mia. I dropped a hot Scot on Mia today. The only one I could find on a moment's notice, and that was Sam. So, but he's Scottish, he counts, and he's very cute. So, who plays Jamie on Outlander. So, yeah, he's cute. Oh my god, and yeah, she's growing like a weed, like a little demon weed. And right now she's over here on her back feet doing this at me. And I don't know what was up, but I was sitting here and I was loading everything tonight. So, here's the first ghost story of the night. And it might not be a ghost story, it's just a creepy story because I was sitting here and it was loading my images that I want to show you guys for the plantation that we're going to go visit. And I look over and Tansy's in the middle of the bed and she's on her back feet and she's looking up and she's like doing these things with her feet, right? Like she's playing with something. And that's what she does when we're playing with her. Like she likes to do, I don't know, what is that? Like, what is that? Meerkats do that, like when they stand up or like a prairie dog pose. So she's doing that. Like she was playing with somebody. And I was like, what are you doing, TNZ? And then I'm just like, okay, she's just being weird. Maybe there's a bug or, like a cobweb or something that she's playing with. So I just go back to doing my thing here and I'm loading everything into StreamYard. And then I got like this weird sensation, like I kind of wanted to be sick for a minute. And I got goosebumps, like just on one arm, which was this one, which is over here facing where Tansy is. And I look over again and she is like rolling on the bed on her back, like somebody's playing with her. Like we get her on her back and we take her hand and we like rub her belly because she loves that. Like, and she goes crazy. and she was doing that in the bed, like somebody was sitting there playing with her, and I did get goosebumps. So I don't know if somebody was in here, hanging out while I was, finding some ghosty stuff for you guys for tonight or what, but it was a what's she do oh god, she's coming for me. But yeah, it was really weird. I've been talking a lot of ghosts lately, so I'm sort of thinking that it's probably gonna start stirring up some stuff around here again. Usually that's what happens. We start talking about ghosts and hauntings, and suddenly this place starts to wake up a little bit like, "Oh, hey, are you talking about us now?" And, I was gonna share a couple other experiences with you guys tonight too. We'll see what we have time for, but, and Haircut says, "Dimple Chads were an election dilemma back in Gore and, um, was it Gore and Baby Bush, right? Florida did a thorough recount, so Dimple Chads to count are, discounted every vote." That was such a oh my god. Thanks, Florida, for not being on your game. But yeah, so this said Dimple Chad, it's for that's what I first thought was the no, those were the hanging chads, weren't they? The ones with the for the Florida election, the hanging chads? But I always call Chad is my name for all the guys that are, like, sorta idiots, and no offense to any chads out there that are nice guys, but, that's always kind of the name that I give just for blanket idiot men that I run into. It's just like, "Oh, okay, Chad." So, I don't even know where I got that from. I'm sure I gotta stop moving my hand because she's coming for me over here, and she is a little beast, Tiff, but I love her. Like, I keep saying that to convince myself that it's okay for her to be evil and to be a little demon. And yes, always mahjong to Tiff. And me and I are, we're gonna go to Scotland and stay next winter. We've decided this already. Now that I know that it's easier to bring your pets into the UK, it used to be very hard to bring your pets, like, they had to be quarantined for months, I thought. Maybe I'm maybe I have it mixed up in my head because it has been a long time since I've had to fill out a health certificate to like, a travel certificate for a pet to go to the UK or go anywhere outside of the US, so maybe I might just be but they might have relaxed some of those standards, but I remember them having to get their rabies titer checked, which is where you draw their you get a blood sample, and it's where you have to see where, God, how to explain it? How can I explain it? Because I'm a little tongue tied with it. Uh, they just see how much like, all these shots that you get over time, you should start to have that immunity in your system, so they do a titer check, and it'll see, like, how protected you are. So, theoretically, you should only like, I've had a rabies vaccine, believe it or not. I had the three-part series, so you get 1, and then they follow it up a few weeks later with another, and then a few weeks later, you get a 3rd one. And that's the pre-exposure one, so, like, as a vet tech, I thought it was a pretty good idea, especially working in Texas. I was like, "Yeah, I probably should." They offered them to us through the health department. I'm like, "Yeah, I better get those." You just never know. And so I did that. They made me really, really sick, but I stuck it out and I got them done anyway. But, oh my goodness. So you would think, like, right, like, you should get them boosted every year. Like, we do pets, um the first year, they get their first rabies vaccine, and then the next year they'll get one, and then it's every 3 years for dogs. Cats can too, but there is a, rabies vaccine just for cats that they can get every year that's a little safer for them. But if we could check their titers every year, they might not need those boosters, like, every year to every 3 years. So that's what the titer is. They just kinda check to see where their immunity levels are to see how protected they are, but I guess they're not even doing that anymore, and I don't even know why I went off on that rant. I'm sorry, guys. Those tangents are I know, I'm just kinda stalling waiting for AJ because we're gonna talk some plants and some herbs, and we're gonna talk some crystals, and, um, boop, 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 and Mia says he is we're talking Sam, right? Yeah, yeah, Sam, oh my god, I love him. They couldn't have picked anybody better to play Jamie for Outlander. Except for was it the 1st season? That red-headed wig that he wore was awful. Awful. I don't know what his real hair was doing at that time, but they should have just, I don't maybe he couldn't grow it out fast enough for the show, but oh my god, it was horrible. Yeah, I would have donated some of mine for him to have a better wig if it meant that he looked but I don't think any of us were really looking at the wig anyway, but because they did show him without his kilt on a couple times and woo, yeah. And so, yeah, if, Mia goes to Scotland, I'm gonna get smuggled over, find my way there. Well, actually, I might have to wait a year because LDB doesn't graduate till next year, so and I can't leave him alone because he won't go to school, I just know it. He'll just be like yeah, teenagers. Um, and Ernesto is 100% what my dad would call Journey. Dads are good with nicknames. I had a oh, I can't use that one because I'll dox myself because it's my government name, but I had a friend whose dad was really good at giving nicknames to everybody, and he gave me a really good one too, but typically, I was always Red. I mean, that was a really hard one to come up with for them, but yeah, oh, I want to roam the Highlands chasing a kill. I don't really, because it gets windy up there, Mia. It gets really windy. Um, Unless you're wearing something underneath it. Yeah, but I would definitely be chasing somebody up there through through the Highlands in a kilt if I could. But yeah, oh my gosh. I think I say this every stream, right? Like I love Scotland. If I had a place I could just pick to live, it would be there. And I don't know if I would come back home very often. I would probably just bring people to come visit me. And Mia says, I had a friend named Linda who had long, curly, gorgeous hair, and my dad used to call her Linda with the hair. Dads are so good. You would know who that was. My mom always and this is where I got it from, she'd always like, my boyfriends would always be, "What's his nuts?" And I don't even know. So now I always say that too. I'm like, "Yeah, what's his nuts?" But yeah, because I guess she thought I was just dating too many she couldn't keep up with them, and I'm like, "I didn't date that many guys." But she just made it seem like that. Um, yeah, I don't know who she's playing with tonight. Could be my mom. I was kind of feeling like, because I've talked a couple times about Sigmund, right? About the little boy that, is sort of one of the resident spirits, and I said he's been really quiet for a while, but I've been starting to feel like he's around again. So, I don't know, maybe he's just coming back to visit because I did kinda feel like maybe he'd moved on, like maybe he wasn't stuck here anymore. But, yeah, I kind of feel like his energy around. I know it sounds weird, but I spent a lot of time with him growing up. I know that sounds weird too, but I just kinda got used to what he feels like when he's around, and it's very innocent. It's very like he was 12, so it was kinda like not a 12-year-old now, but like a more innocent 12-year-old would have been back in, like, the 30s, right? Because 12-year-olds now might as well be 18-year-olds for they think they know everything. At least mine did at 12, and it might be even earlier now that they think they know everything. So, um and oh, Mia's almost done with her sweater. I can't wait to see it. I've got to dig out my sweaters. I've only got 2 out, and I'm starting to think that winter's not gonna be over anytime soon. And hello, Rubicon. Yay. Uh-oh, Mia's enraged. Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh, she's enraged. Oh, crap. Everybody about is it about the election? Al Gore was hot when he was younger. Alright, sure, I'll give you that. I can't really remember what did he look like when he was okay looking. Yeah, I guess he was. I'll give him that. I didn't think, Baby Bush was really all that bad looking either when he was younger, but he doesn't have I won't we're not gonna get political. My sorority sister is supervisor of elections in Palm Beach. Oh, wow. So make sure that stuff doesn't happen again, right? Hopefully, everything is, more like with the electronics and stuff now. That stuff doesn't Dimple Chads were the ones that got stuck in the machines. Okay. See, guys, it's been a while. I don't remember. I just remember Florida screwed up the election. That's all I remember. Like, thanks, Florida. So Dimple Chads were, similar to the hanging Chads. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hello, Clips. I see you're here. Haircut says for 12 years she was married to a dimpled Chad. Oh, was he really a Chad or just a Chad? And Mia used to ram her hose several times. Gosh, hey, I give it to you. I signed up to do work at like the polls, like to be a poll worker, and they said that they needed people to come and work, and I was like, "Well, shoot, train me, I can do that, it doesn't look that hard, right?" And they never even called me because I don't know if, I thought yeah, I thought they'd just be jumping Revenge of the Titans. It's Clash of the Titans. Alright, there we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know if they didn't want me. We have a we're in a weird little bubble where I am, when it comes to politics, and I'm not in that bubble. I am the odd man out, so my name probably came up on the volunteer sheet, and they were like, "Oh, no, we don't want her." Hello, Darlene, and welcome. Ernie. All right, I'm gonna scroll down. I'm just gonna pop this up. Scotland. Yes. I hope I didn't confuse you guys. Yeah, squirrels. Yeah. Yeah, Mia, we're doing pretty good. Onwards and upwards. We've lost some, but we've gained a lot more. So I like that. I think we're probably losing some of the people that were just like, nah, that's not my cup of tea. But hopefully we're getting those people that want to come in and stick around and um yeah, hang out with us more because we need that. We need some people that are gonna come in here and, yeah, hang out with us squirrels because 'cause I've got some cool stuff planned, and I'm trying my best to get I don't know if you guys want guests, like, I kinda wanna have some guests, so I hope you guys do too. I wanna get some guests for us to talk to, um, some I have a friend who is a sexton at a cemetery, which is not a dirty thing, guys, so get your mind out of the gutter, but it's basically the person who oversees, like, all the operations at a cemetery, and I'm trying but they're now in Florida for the winter, so that's gonna have to wait till spring, but when they're back, I've asked, and we'll see. Everybody's so nervous about coming on here, and I'm like, "Guys, there's not a lot of people, so it's okay, like, you don't have to be nervous." Which is what I told myself in the beginning, but I know I still got really nervous coming up here in front of everybody, so I get it, but Mia, I wanna hike the moors. I wanna go to Yorkshire, and, um, yeah, I think that's the last known place that my how to say that right? When my one branch of my family left England, and then they went to Australia, came back to England, and then came to Michigan, of all places, and which fortunately, because that's where I that's where I was maybe I wouldn't have been born if they hadn't, but yeah, Yorkshire was where they were originally from, but they are of Scottish descent, I believe, but so I've always wanted to go, Yorkshire is now on my list of places to go and hike around the moors and oh gosh, yeah. It's, uh it's on my list. So, does everyone have their 2026 Men in Kilts calendar? I need one to put right here. Well, maybe not right here. That might be a bad location for it because 'cause you're talking about squirrels loose in my head, then I'll just be sitting here the whole stream looking at, yeah, looking at the kilt. If you find it though, Tiff, let me know where it is. And Mia knows my government name. She knows my address too. So, yeah, at least I know, hey, when I think there's somebody sitting out here in my bushes, I know it's only like one of 3 people. So, yeah. Mia's in my Dateline binder now too. So, yeah, I have to be careful because I forget like certain things. Like I want to show you guys like my ancestry stuff and then I'm like, "Oh shit, I can't how do I do that without yeah, because people be crazy out there right now, you guys, like, they think it's fun to, like just because you're on a you have a little YouTube channel, they think, "Oh," like, they're gonna, like, tell everybody who you are and where you go to eat, and they're gonna come take my life is not that exciting, the only reason I don't want my government name out there is because I have a grandma that's older, and I don't wanna get her upset. And I have a kid, that's still in high school, so I don't really care about my stuff, but yeah, I don't people around me don't need any of that, and it's not like I'm not freaking, this isn't Hollywood, this is just YouTube, so why people think that they've got to I don't know, guys, I don't it's weird out there right now, right? Like, all these people are nuts, but we're gonna stay over here in our little bubble, and not weirdos. Well, we're weirdos. Completely weirdos, but good weirdos in the good way. Where there's sun in Tiff, there's sun in Scotland. I've seen it. True, it's true. There is. Uh-oh. Equal parts Bert and Ernie. She's like, "I don't want a haircut or a job anymore." Oh, haircut. I was just kidding. I see. I don't know. Probably gonna still call you haircut though. Um, yeah, if you go in the winter, it probably wouldn't be much different. But let's see. When did I went in February once, and then I went in June once, and let's see. What was the weather? It wasn't too bad in February when I went. They did have snow up in the Highlands, but in Edinburgh, it was really nice there. It was but yeah, it was pretty crisp. I'm gonna say that, but it was still beautiful. Um, and Tiff's just laughing. Sigmund the sea monster. Yeah, Sigmund is my I've talked about him. Maybe I'll tell his story again tonight at the end here. Or maybe I'll make sure I haven't missed AJ popping in here yet. Nope, she's not in here yet. Okay. So I'm just keeping an eye out for her. But otherwise, I can get started on my part here too. And haircuts did change your name, Mia. That's what we do. We just keep each other on our toes, right? Um, and Pixar, it didn't happen. I got lots of pictures. But we don't mm-mm. That's called blackmail. So none of those photos will be Witchy Pooh and Jimmy and the Flute. Oh, Freddie and the Flute. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know what squirrels are you guys chasing over here tonight. So, and hello Angie. I see you in here. Um Ernie, gross. I used to get gum in my ear when I was a little kid. And then I'd have to smell like peanut butter because my mom would that's what my mom used to get it out. Alright. I think I've delayed enough, so I'll get started without AJ. Uh, while we're waiting for, see, keep conversation. I would come on if you had questions that you wanted to ask me, but I don't keep conversation well, it gets weird. It's okay, Ernie. Um, I'm very good at talking to myself. I do it all day, every day, and I'm not I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good about it. Darlene is like she's an open book. Oh, but yeah, I don't really it's not a weird it's just I don't and hello Dubs. Dubs in the house. Dubs took me to a different part of the internet the other night because I couldn't sleep, so I followed her and I met nice people and it was fun. So I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Getting out of the I don't know if you guys know this, but the true crime community can get a little toxic at times. So it's not a bad idea to get out of it. So we went and watched some police chases where some people got tased and oh my god, it was so much fun. It was great. And then we watched some guy go play games and it was nice. Uh-oh. I'm not muted or anything, am I? My Discord's going off. Okay, let me just make sure. Okay, it's not. Usually when my Discord starts popping off, it's you guys telling me, that I'm muted. So I'm gonna show you oh, she's entered the chat. Hang on. Here she is. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, hang on. Because I don't know how to do what I'm doing. Hello, AJ.
Hey.
Hi. Oh, we gotta get your spiritual advisor on here. Um, well, it's on there. It's just not showing up.
It's fine.
I don't know how to fix that. I
We
don't know.
don't need titles here. We don't need to, title people.
I need titles.
Okay,
I do.
well, it's your channel. People need to know what the fuck you are, okay?
Yeah, people need to know who the hell I am because I'm important.
Oh my god. As always, my evening has been a cluster of fun.
Cluster fun. I like that better than the other word. Because I'm trying not to say that. Just in case my grandma does tune in, I don't want to stop her heart with my potty mouth. Yeah, she tells me to be a lady.
Ha!
Yeah, that's kind of what I say too. She's got this idea that I am just a sweet little thing, and I'm like, grandma. But I think she knows I'm not, but we'll let her labor underneath that impression for
They like to guilt us.
She's 92. I'll let her go on thinking that for however much longer she wants to believe that, but it does help me. Hello, Minxie. Tansy's already made her appearance, and she is napping now over in my pajamas. All right. So we'll get started then. I wasted about almost 30 minutes just kind of blah. My verbal diarrhea. Not wasted. Just my verbal diarrhea that I usually am spewing when I'm stalling for time. But I wanted to, what does it say remove? You guys, I'm learning this stuff, but oh, there it is. Look at that
We
place.
switched sides. Whoa, witchcraft.
Whoa, magic. I know how to do. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not asking. I'm not asking questions.
It makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I kind of felt.
Okay. I got a little dizzy there. Like, did you get dizzy? Because I got a little I'm a little motion sickness.
A little disorienting.
I'll warn you next time that happens, but I didn't know that was about to happen. So I'm gonna check out all these. Well, we're going to New Orleans. We're gonna be in the French Quarter.
Love it.
Everything's haunted. Like everything.
French is
might as well, right? Yeah. And it's beautiful and it's haunted. And this is one of the places we're going to go. And I'm probably going to say I sat here trying to practice this damn town name over and over. I'm going to say it wrong. and I'm looking for my damn notes, so hang on.
You're fine. I'm pulling up your stream so I can actually read the chat and stuff.
Notes, so hang
Whoa,
on.
that's
Okay.
You're fine. Volume all the way.
Woo!
I'm sorry.
Turn me down. Is that what I sound like? Oh.
Shh. No one
Mm.
needs to hear us except for them.
All right. This is I hate saying things wrong, and I purposely here.
What is it?
I looked it up earlier. I wonder if it's still. I want the pronunciation. Boop boop boop. All right, here we go. Destrahan. All right, this is the Destrahan. Yeah, it is. I think. I'm assuming. Because this is New Orleans. It was because the gentleman, one of the property owners' name was Jean Noel Destrian.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got some Frenchies, or the French.
The French.
The French. And I'm going to keep forgetting how to say this. So Destrian. God, what the frick? I have no French in me, though, so I'm going to blame it on that. This is one of the oldest documented plantation homes on the lower Mississippi River Valley. And I think this is the closest one to New Orleans, like to the city itself. And it was started construction in 1787.
What's the
name
of the
that was actually
itself?
Destrian is the.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Normally they
and
have,
I don't
know.
Yeah, because there's a couple other ones, like there's Oak Alley, which is another well-known haunted one, which I've now got that on my list because I didn't realize how close it was. Like it's only about like half an hour maybe, or so. Like it's just a little further out than this plantation. So I think we might go check that out as well, because it is open. It's a museum and you can wander the grounds too. And I don't know about anybody else. I've seen Oak Valley I grew up on seeing that plantation like on movies, and it's always been a haunted location that I've always wanted to go check out. So now that I know how close it is, I probably am going to try to get over there and check that out too. Because I think that actually might be a little bit more haunted than this place, but it's still this is number 5 on the haunted places in Louisiana. I think it was number 5 on the list. Of course, the Myrtles, everybody's heard of the Myrtles, right? Maybe?
I'd say that's pretty high up there.
Everybody's heard of the Myrtles is probably, I have not been there yet. That is probably one of my bucket lists. Well, hopefully not bucket list. Hopefully I get there long before I start needing to have a bucket list. I'm not that close to death yet, I don't think. But anyway, this is, see, I've already forgotten how to pronounce it. But anyway, this plantation, Destrian, right? Destrian. See, guys, the more I say something, the worse it sounds. But okay. So this was actually when it was started construction, Louisiana was under Spanish rule. And it was construction finished in 1790. It's built in the French colonial style. I'm not going to say this guy's this name, but it doesn't really matter. Because I don't think he's supposed to haunt the plantation at all, so I can skip his name. And at first, the plantation was used they farmed indigo, and that was the major export. And believe it or not, they did use enslaved people for the labor. And at the time it was an indigo plantation, there were about 59 enslaved people that worked on the plantation. But when sugarcane started to become a major export and the plantation switched over, there became about 200 enslaved people because harvesting sugar cane obviously took a lot more labor, was a lot more labor intensive than just indigo. I don't know anything about indigo harvesting, but
Yeah, I don't either.
if
I
anybody
imagine
does,
sugar cane's a larger crop,
I'll,
and
yeah, I think it takes a lot more. I don't know. Yeah, that would have been a good thing for me to look up, but we're not really here to talk about indigo and farming and crop rotations or anything like that either. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of history on the place. One of the cool things that happen, well, cool thing, probably not very cool things, but something that probably makes this place haunted or at least active. In 1811, there was something called the German Coast Slave Uprising, and this was the largest slave revolt in U.S. history. They had trials, they had executions, and there even were a couple slaves from this very plantation that were put on trial. And I think there were 3 slaves that were put on trial and executed for their part in the uprising. And they are rumored to be 3 of the spirits that still walk the grounds. And after the Civil War, the plantation changed hands, it went into decay, and now what you see has been completely restored by what is called the River Road Historical Society. And it's a museum and it's open to visitors, and they have obviously I'm going and we're going to go on a night ghost tour. So but they have day tours, you can go walk the grounds. They have I believe they're the original slave quarters, and a lot of the outbuildings are all still original, and it looks absolutely beautiful. So here's one photo of it. And there's another. I love the Spanish moss. I think Tiff said something about this. Yeah, I love Spanish moss. I think it looks beautiful. Um, and Dub says, yeah, it looks creepy. I think there's something about like these old plantations. You know what went on there. It wasn't. I mean, it might have been okay for the family, for the people living in luxury there, but you know the people that had to work and the ones who actually probably built the plantation and made it prosperous didn't get very great treatment, if at all. And one of the stories I read about this place was that there were actually and I don't know how this worked before, when this area was under Spanish rule and then it went under French rule. There were people that they were considered enslaved black people, and they were considered enslaved, and they would just sort of wander about. And if you bought the property where these people were camped out on, because they would have to just sort of make their own way around, like they would have to find their own shelter and provide for themselves, even though they weren't technically free to yeah, they weren't technically free, but they were technically enslaved people. And if they were camping out on a piece of property and somebody came along, say like these people did, and built their plantation, they became owned by the people who bought that property just for camping out there, for having made their shelter. And that like I don't know, kind of blew my mind, just some of the shit that went on in history. Yeah. Sorry. Woo.
would that include indigenous people that
Not indigenous people. These were see. I'm not 100% sure how they made the difference, but I guess there just were no free blacks
right?
in like by with in the colonies, especially down here when it was under Spanish rule. The French thought they were being a little nicer to enslaved people by like they had rules on how to treat them, but it wasn't that great either. So, but yeah, if you bought property where these say like there was like I don't know, what would you call it? Like a little, like a community where maybe they set up a little community. They weren't free, but obviously they still had to probably find food to eat and they had to have shelter. And if they happened to be on this property, they became, yeah, they were owned by the people who bought the property.
Hmm.
And to me, that's just like, yeah, it's kind of
Well,
like catching a wild horse or something, right? Like it's just more how they treated them more like animals than they actually treated them like humans. Because like if you went out and caught a horse and brought it home, like it's yours, right? Like that's now your horse, and that's pretty much how they treated these people.
right. I'm just confused how they were down there and not already enslaved by someone.
That's what I don't understand. I didn't understand that part, but apparently, when this plantation, when they started to construct it, there were already people that were living there that were considered black enslaved individuals, and they became the property of the family. So I'm not exactly sure if that was part of the history of it. So I'm not sure technically who owned them beforehand. Like, I don't, yeah, completely. It was an interesting little tidbit that I have no other information about. So,
Yeah, I want to look into that.
yeah, it's something that I'd like to know more about. Maybe I'll know more about once we actually go and get to visit here too. And Darlene says she likes to wander. I could, like a place like this, I could just wander around like the grounds for I could just walk around forever. And Ernie's like, "What's indigo?" I don't know. It makes that purple color, I think, right? Blue and
Yeah,
that
like
blue
your jeans.
purple. It's a dye, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's a plant, I think, right? Isn't it?
I believe it's a
Or
flower.
is it a, yeah, I think so. So, and that's what they use to dye, get that blue, purple, dark color. Um, let's see. Okay. I don't know. That's not okay. We'll keep going on here. Let's see. Oh, wait, here they are. They are embedded. They are not able to leave. Oh, the ghost. I think that's what it is. Let's see. I have tons of Spanish
That makes
moss.
sense.
I
I
will
was like,
send you
wait,
some.
what?
Yep. Yeah. I was like, in bed what? I thought we were talking about ghosts for a second too. Yeah, I don't think I could handle it down there. The only time I can go down to New Orleans is like in the winter months, is because otherwise this hair sideshow Bob is what I look like when the humidity hits this stuff, because it's just, yeah, it's crazy. And all right, I'm gonna go down. I think we got to the comments. Oops, where'd my notes go? Okay, there they are. So some of the hauntings and the ghost stories from this place. Over the years, it's developed quite a reputation for paranormal activity. Some visitors and staff have reported sightings of ghostly figures, including an apparition believed to be Stephen Henderson, a young farmer, a young former owner, not a farmer. I should wear my glasses, but I'm not. um, who died after he died about, I think he married the daughter of the plantation owner, and when the owner died, his wife and her siblings all had a controlling interest in the plantation. And when his wife passed away, he bought out the shares from the other siblings. So he became the owner of it. But he died soon after, I believe, as well. So he is rumored to be one of the ghosts that is still there. And other reports include misty forms seen in chairs or windows, shadowy movements on the grounds, and mysterious photographs taken during festivals or tours. There's also local legend tying the site to the pirate John Lafitte, and he supposedly buried some treasure here, which unfortunately for the house, um, meant that when it went into the state of disrepair that I was talking about, when no one was living there anymore, treasure hunters got wind that maybe he hid some treasure here. So they went through this house and they pretty much tore it apart. So, like I said, now it's been fully restored. But this is one of the places that I'm going to be going to. We're going to do a night tour. And since we've been talking about protecting ourselves, not just our own personal space, but also protecting ourselves, like when we go into these sort of environments, right? Like the haunted locations, you don't have to be a paranormal investigator to protect yourself. If you're just going on a ghost tour, or if you're just going someplace that you're like, huh, okay, so it says it like they've had some paranormal activity going on here. Maybe I should just be on the safe side. I don't want to bring anything home with me, sort of thing. And I don't even think you have to believe a whole 100% in ghosts. It almost sounded like a baby was crying. I'm like,
People
when'd you
always
get
think
a
this is a
baby?
baby. A little whiny meow.
So, like I said, you don't have to be a paranormal investigator um, to want to protect yourself against spirits. So that's why AJ came in tonight, because she is, we're going to call her the crystal guru, because she knows way more about them than I do. And I did charge mine up last night because it was the full moon. So that much I can do. And do know how to do. And I'm going to talk to you guys about um I do make my own little protection, um, my little bags that I make. Well, these got my crystals in them right now because I told AJ how I got a bunch of them, and she's going to tell me about them later. So, but I do make these little bags, and I'm going to tell you guys about what I put in them. Oh, wait, here. I had more photos to show you guys too. Sorry about that. Um, there is upstairs to the plantation. I love, oh my goodness. I can't wait to, hopefully I don't fall down these stairs, or oh, I don't know what it is about this little kitchen. I think this is like the dining, like a dining room or something here, but yeah, it looks pretty. There's something about it that I don't know, I feel something off there, but
Hmm.
just by looking at that photo just kind of creeps me out. But all right, so I'm going to talk about protection herbs, because this is about the only thing I can tell you guys about with any big confidence, because this is about all I know. No, I know other things, but this is my favorite. So when I make these little bags, and I've decided that I'm going to add crystals to them now too, just because I've had a string of bad luck lately, guys, like a lot of bad luck. And I'm starting to wonder if I picked up something from somewhere when I go to the cemeteries, right? I go to some haunted places. So I'm kind of worried maybe I picked up something. And like AJ gave us a lot of really good tips about like when you're using sage and how to use it more safely to make sure you're using it in the proper way. So I've even bought some new sage to take with me, because I'm not going to trust other people to sage me after these events and stuff anymore. I'm just going to do it myself, just to be on the safe side, so that I know everything goes away. So so up on the screen, I put the ones, I'm not keeping up with chat here very well, but I'll pop back in and check it in a minute, because I got to have my notes on one side, and then this is just doesn't work very well. But so one of my favorite ones that I use is called Rue, and I just like the name too, because I want to name one of my like I want to name a dog that, because I think it's so cute. But Rue is for me, and well, let's just so it's strong protection and it's boundaries. It's very good for setting up your wards. It's supposed to push off negative energy, supposed to guard you against any attachments, which obviously I didn't have my Rue with me if I picked up something recently. So, negative energy, attachments, curses, and the evil eye. I don't know much about the evil eye, but curses, attachment, negative energy, I certainly do know about that. So, some of the things that you can do, what I do with Rue, I put them in the little bags, and I use them as more of a personal ward, but you can put them over your doorways, you can carry them on you. And Another one that I like to use is cinnamon, and it smells magnificent. If you don't like cinnamon, I'm sorry. But and you don't have to if there's like I always tell everybody it's kind of personal choice too. If you feel like there's one that likes you a little bit more, like if there's a scent that you like and one you don't like, then don't use it. Use something else. It's about you and what works for you. And cinnamon is my favorite because I do enjoy its scent, but it can be used in a multitude of ways. I use it in my little protection bags, uh, but you can burn it as well. I don't know, AJ, have you ever burned the cinnamon like you would like sage? I've never burned it. I've just used it in like the baggies.
Um, I've probably dressed candles with it, but I don't know if I've actually like burned some itself per se.
Yeah. I'd like to try it. I wonder how well it burns because I was reading you could burn it just like an incense, but
Yeah, I was about to say it's
um,
probably similar to like Palo Santo or something like that. That you're
yeah, might have to try it. I wonder how good it smells. So maybe I'll do that later tonight. Maybe I'll burn some cinnamon. So cinnamon also helps. It burns away negativity. It strengthens your personal energy and it boosts your confidence.
I was about to say it's used a lot.
And
It's used a lot in spells.
yes,
Spell work for boosting and amplifying energy.
yep. It says I wrote here active, empowering, and warming. So it also will help prevent energy drain and mental fatigue during long and intense investigations. So if you are a paranormal investigator, it'll because I don't know about anybody else, but I guess I am a little sensitive, so or a lot sensitive. You can get drained very quickly, like when you're especially if you walk into those places and like I've said before, like I've walked into places and had to turn around and walk out. Which, if you're there to investigate something, that's not like you don't want to walk out. Like you've spent all this time getting there and wanting to be at this place, so you don't want to necessarily turn around and walk out. So, having things in hand that will help you guard against that will be very helpful to you. So, that's why, like I said, this is a good thing. This is what I'm going to be doing. Making sure I have these with me all the time now because I have it in the past. So I'm not going to be forgetting these anymore. Um, so the cinnamon is supposed to help keep you grounded and alert, emotionally steady, and help you become less aggressive. I can name some people who probably need to have a whole lot of cinnamon on them, but
I could probably use some
like,
sometimes.
yeah, should probably burn this every day and just get it all over me. Just so I don't. Well, no, it doesn't say passive aggressive. So that's what I need help with. The other one is lavender, and we all know lavender, right? Like pretty much calming, but it's also for emotional shielding. So but lavender is going to calm anxiety. It helps soothe you for emotional overload. Overlord. God dang. I don't what is wrong with me tonight? And it's a more of a gentle protector. So it's not going to like lavender alone isn't probably going to be like the only one you want to carry with you, but it is going to help keep you calm. It's going to soothe you emotionally. So it's very soft, it's stabilizing. It's also very restorative. I like it for sleep as well. Like if I'm it is good for if you have a lot of nightmares, sleep paralysis. If you suffer from sleep paralysis, it's a good thing to keep on. I keep holding up my star anise like this is lavender, but it's not. But you can sleep with some under your pillow and it's supposed to help you with sleep paralysis as well. So if anybody's experienced that or has ongoing issues with it, lavender is good for that as well. And the other one I use is bay leaf. And this is one that you can keep on you at all times and you don't even have to have it in like a little baggie, but it's good for it strengthens your intention. So if you're going in, like it's gonna everything you've got in your bag going in your little bag of tricks, it's gonna strengthen all of that. So whatever your intention is, so you want to stay focused, you want to stay, you don't want any attachments. This is going to strengthen all of that. Reinforces your boundaries, and it's going to establish your authority. And doop, boop, boop. So with a bay leaf, you can put it in your little baggies, or you can just, they say a lot of people, it used to be you could put one in your wallet or a pocket or anything like that. And it's also supposed to help you with wealth. So maybe I'm going to start putting these in my wallet too, bay leaves, which I have here somewhere. These are the ones I always have on hand. And then here we go. Now that I have it up, the star anise. These are my favorite things ever because they're so cool looking. I don't think you guys can. Oh wait, that one's broke, but okay, you get the idea. It's very I like it. It's just pretty. Now this is for warding against unwanted influences, and it stabilizes energy. So it keeps you balanced, it's protective, and it's watchful. So this I wrote here, I don't even know where I got this right offhand, but it says it's often used to discourage attachment and keeps energy from becoming confused or following investigators home.
Good one.
Especially, yeah, that this is one of my favorite ones. I just like the look of it, and then I realized like how cool, like what it does, and I'm like, yeah, this is definitely something I'm going to put in my bags. But um, so the breakdown of all of them is rue is going to form your shield. Cinnamon fuels your personal strength. Lavender is going to keep your emotions steady. Bay leaf defines your boundaries, and the star anise is going to maintain your balance. And like I said, you can carry these. I'm going to I make my little baggies. I've put these over doorways. I've put these under pillows. Uh, yeah, carry them with me. I will definitely. I'm making a couple of. I'm going to make a few of these to take with me just in case I lose them, like while we're out and about. But since New Orleans is kind of infamous for its hauntings and everything else that goes on there, uh, I'm definitely going to be carrying one with me everywhere I go. But then I was starting to wonder about, like, well, shoot, should I be adding some crystals in here? But before we get to the crystals, I do have one thing I want to make sure. There's one of these, so the rue, you want to be careful. Well, cinnamon too, sometimes. Rue can be irritating if it's ingested or put directly on the skin. So if you're using rue, just be careful. I'm telling you how to use these in. Don't be ingesting them if you're going to want to eat these or anything like that. That's on you. I'm not telling you to eat these. I'm telling you to put these in a little baggie for protection, or hang them over your doors or whatnot. But don't eat them unless you know what you're doing with them. But like I said, rue, I just buy it already pre ground. I don't actually go out and harvest it or anything like that, because it does it like the oils from it can make you break out,
Hmm.
like little what do you call them, like little blisters, like little pussy blisters. So yeah, I don't recommend handling it. Make sure you have gloves if you actually do go out looking for it. But other than that, yeah, just kind of use your common sense and research if you want to ingest any of this stuff. I don't recommend it. These are just, like I said, this is all for putting in little baggies, I'm not saying to eat it. So that's my disclaimer for all of you guys. All right. And then now I'm going to go to the comments because I've completely forgotten to keep looking while I'm talking. And then I'm going to put up the crystals for AJ. And these are just you may have different ones, AJ, and let me know. These are just the ones that I think these are just the generic ones that popped up when I did a search. So if you have some other ones, I think smoky quartz should be on here too, but um, I'll let you explain these to everybody. And I gotta sit up a little bit because my butt's starting to hurt. Tiff says humans need to get their shit together.
Humans definitely need to get their shit together. My neck, I've messed it up, and I'm like trying to turn to look for things, and I'm like, this is fine.
I have a few here that I just picked up.
Here's a smoky quartz.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Were you gonna go through comments, or do you want me to?
I'm gonna go through. I'll go through comments real quick, and then let's just see here. Darlene says, "I can imagine what would come home attached to me." Especially, yeah. I just like I said, I've gone to a lot of places this summer, and I never even thought about like any of this stuff. Like, and I don't know what got into me. Why I don't know. But like I said, I've had a hard time of stuff coming since like September, and I haven't guarded myself very well. So I need to get cleansed. Really starting to think that something followed me home or something. But like I never really firmly I never believed in a lot of that. And I think it's with a lot of things, right? You don't really believe in it until it happens to you.
Unfortunately.
And then when it happens, like, yeah, you don't believe in ghosts until you see one or experience something paranormal. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah. Tiff wants to know if the library blocked all her passwords. Yeah, Darlene, you need to go to a board meeting so that you can get that taken care of. And there's curse grounds. Yeah, like I've been to quite a few cemeteries. I did go up to the hippie tree. I went up to Traverse State Hospital, and I didn't take anything with me. Well, wait, no, I did. Well, I had my pink quartz with me, but that's it. So I don't think that probably did a whole lot of good. But yeah, we were walking all around there, and I didn't have anything with me. And I will be taking video. They already said that I cannot be live streaming during any of the tours. But I will get video for you guys, and then like maybe I'll come on after we like get back to our hotel, and then I'll live stream after that. We'll see how it works. Protection bag, bra, accessory. You know what? That's what we need to work on, AJ. We need to make bras that have little pockets already that we can just put the stuff already, like just right, like like one side for your crystals and then the other side for your herbs. You'll always smell good. You're always protected, and yeah, I like it. I think we should get designing that. That could be like some merch right there too. We could probably make more money off that. Yeah, custom. All different sizes. And where do you get Rue? I get it off of a chick on Etsy. She does a lot of herbs. It's where I buy them through. I can give you the link, Tiff. I know you do Etsy too. So I bought that's the only place. I mean, you can get it just about anywhere. And like, since it is about intent, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you could technically go to your grocery store and buy cinnamon and just give it a little bit of your own blessing or however you want to use it. But I kind of like knowing where I get it from or getting it myself. Like my lavender is all my own lavender that I get here. So I like to kind of like AJ's talked about getting things from trusted sources, just so you know nothing comes to you that has anything already attached to it. But you could just do what do you think? Have you ever saged herbs before, AJ? I haven't. Maybe I need to start.
Saged herbs before.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think they kind of I don't know.
I
I don't think like they would just by nature of what they are, I think they're gonna
yeah.
nothing negative should attach to them. They should be like where you get them from. They should be good. So, but
Well, and as you
yeah, I
practice with them, right? Like as you're doing whatever it is and setting the intention, like as it's working that energy for you, it would also kind of be handling that at the same time, just by nature, I think.
yeah, that's what I always think. Like I've bought cinnamon at the store before. We have a Amish. They have like a little bakery, like it's an Amish farm, and she has all her own spices that you can buy, and she's got them in little containers and little baggies and stuff. You can go buy all of her. Like I've bought things from her before because I'm thinking it's very organic because I know they don't use any like pesticides or any of that
Mm-hmm.
nonsense because they're Amish, right? Like so I trust her supplies too. And yeah, so it doesn't yeah, and Darlene says, yeah, you can use cloves as well. Darlene, you can smoke those as well too. I think people you can burn cloves too, right? For
You have to chew on them for tooth pain.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They're really good for that.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that. I
natural
used to
anesthetic.
I hung out with people back in high school that smoked the clove cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, they smelled so good. Just like, woo. That's every time I smell cloves, that's what I think of. Or is those. And Darlene said you can buy those little jars or cylinders to wear as I yawn. I'm so sorry guys. To wear as a necklace charm. Yeah, you can do all sorts of things. They sell like it looks like a little vial, and I mean some of it. Like you can buy some of this stuff on Etsy that somebody's already put together for you, or you can do them yourself. I just do my own, just because I like that. I trust what I put together. Like I think a little bit. Um, I just like I don't know. Just with all my bad luck lately, I'm gonna trust my own self when putting stuff together. But yeah, I've seen all sorts of they get real fancy with them. Sometimes you'll get them and they'll have like the wax seal and everything on them. They make them look really witchy and really cool. Those are really neat too. So yeah, uh, however you want to, if you want to go buy one, and yeah, you could do whatever you want. I just put mine in my pocket, or like if I got jeans on, I'll put them in my back pocket. Probably not if I start putting crystals in these things. It's probably not going to work as well. So I'll just probably keep them in like a coat pocket or something like that. But because typically I've only ever used herbs, but now that I'm going to be branching out into the crystal world, um, and what's on my mind, an overlord. My overlord is sleeping over here right now in the middle of my bed in my pajamas. She is the ruler of all. She is my overlord. And her name is Tansy. But you can do, there's so many things. Yeah, you could do baths. I mean, you could set all this stuff on fire and burn it. You could I have a little. It actually is a little cast iron. It's a little cauldron. It looks like a little witch's cauldron that you can put your herbs in, and you can set them afire too. So, and I like fire. So, if you want to do that, so you can do baths, you can sprinkle all this. I don't know if you want to put the rue in a bath though. That would probably be the only one I would recommend not. Just like I said, I know the fresh stuff can irritate your skin, so I don't know about the dry, but just be careful if you do try that. But I know I've used lavender a lot, and you can mix these with like the sea salt and do all sorts of blessings and everything else with them. So I haven't done too much salt work either. So I don't know. Have you, AJ? Have you done anything with like the salt, like mixing things with salt? I think we talked about it before. Like my sister-in-law keeps salt like in her windows and at the doors.
This is
So you can mix.
black salt, which is more protective because basically the best way that I've learned how to do it is from all the stuff that you burn yourself, the ashes of that, you actually mix in with salt. And because it's ashes, charred stuff
Mhm.
turns it black. So then you have your extra protective black salt.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. We'll have to talk about that at some point too, because when I was looking up like the crystals and like I didn't know there's crystal chips. Like I said, I'm very dumb when it comes to the crystals. So I am an open like I'm a sponge right now to learn all things about crystals. So you guys need to teach me. And Darlene says, yeah, bay leaves in your wallet. It and that's not just for protection. The bay leaf in your wallet is supposed to bring you good fortune and money, I think, if I'm not.
Yeah. An
Yep.
an easy spell to do is writing your intention or wishes or what you're looking for onto a bay leaf and then just burning it.
Yeah. I've heard that too when you're trying to do like a cord cutting. You can use it for like a cord cutting spell as well. If the whoever you're trying to like your overlord, if you're trying to get away from your overlord. I don't want to get away from her though. I love her. So yeah.
No.
But yeah, if you're trying to get away
Well, then you
from
can bind
right,
her
like
too.
release
It's
yourself.
fine.
I think she already bound herself to she already did that to me as she took away my free will. She might be practicing some dark magic over here that I don't know about, but yeah, she's all tired out though. She's so sweet. And Tiff goes to Amazon for bulk bay leaves. I
Tiff,
bought them.
you should grow bay leaf. It's a really cool, like an easy tree to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Actually, we should get Tiff to grow all this stuff for us so
There you
that
go.
she'll be our supplier, which
Personal
that
witch
sounds a
supply.
little yeah, cuz yeah, the bay leaves, like I bought the organic ones right from like the spice aisle at the grocery store before because I've needed bay leaves for something and yeah, I'm just like, well, shit, I can't wait for them to come in the mail or and then have you ever tried to buy them through someplace and they ship them to you and then that you finally get them and they're like in 1,000 different pieces. Yeah, but and you want a whole bay leaf. Here, hang on just a second. Let me
Yeah, that's
grab mine.
horrible.
Where's my I'm gonna shut my camera off here just for a second because I'm gonna grab mine. If I can. Here we go.
Immediate anxiety when you go off the screen. I'm by myself
I'm right
again.
here. I'm right here. I just shut it off because I don't want you guys to see my butt when I get up and move around.
Show us your butt.
So those are bay leaves. These are pretty good size ones too. And these are the organic ones I buy. These are the ones I don't know even what brand they are, but they're a brand that I get at my local grocery store. And you can see you could write a lot. You could write a whole lot on that and set that sucker and they go up in flame real fast. So those are the bay leaves I use and they're pretty like I don't want to I don't want to bend it too much, but like yeah, they're not all dried out. And I keep mine like I've got my little mason jars that I keep a lot of my stuff in, kind of like with my star anise, and I've got a shit ton of lavender. Like I've just got I don't know how many of these I've got full of it, but um yeah, Tiff, you need to get on that and be our supplier and grow these things for us. So we'll trust you because I like stuff from a trusted source as well, especially when it comes to my herbs and stuff. Like I don't want to just though I do go to Meyer and get my bay leaves. Bay leaves are awful also good if you've got spiders that like making cobwebs up in your windows. I put these up in my windows too because spiders don't like them. So because I can't get to the top windows in my living room, so I just put those up there and they stop making cobwebs up there. So I love licorice, oh, especially black licorice.
I can't do
But
licorice. My mom used to love it, and I can't.
oh my god, I love it. Oh, I love it. It's so good. Witch bells. I've got a couple of those. I've made those. Those are Those are fun. I've got cinnamon brooms. Yeah. See, we're all there we go. Mine is hanging on right next to my door, my front door, but I need one for my side door too because I never thought about that. Because whatever door you end up going in and out is technically your front door, and I never thought about that because the front door, what you traditionally would call your front door of your house, but we never go through our front door all the time. We go through like our side door, and I
I
don't
get
have
to put
anything
it on all of them.
protection. Yeah,
Put it on
I got to
all
get
of them
one for over there too.
because
Um,
whatever someone,
uh,
if people are putting intention or that is still, you're still calling it the front door, energy's still going to be directed through that way. If that makes sense.
yeah, like feng shui. They
Mm-hmm.
feng shui doesn't like it when you use other door. They want you to use your main door as your main door. And then if you can't for whatever reason, right? Like they've like some old houses now, like the main door of the house, right? Like used to face out to the road, like where you would have had a sidewalk. But then now there's no sidewalk anymore. Like I'm trying to think like some of the old houses like in our town there's nobody's coming up to that front door anymore. So everybody's coming around to a side door. And in feng shui, there's like little things you got to do to balance that out. So, like,
Hmm.
if you're not using that traditional front door, there's things you got to do. I know, I love feng shui. So, but we're not here to talk about that. But there is
Still energy though.
interesting, but exactly, it is about the flow of energy. So, it's very interesting on how those things, between what I guess witchcraft and energy, feng shui, whatever you want to call it, right? Like it's all very similar. Um, and I don't know what to call you now, haircut. I'm going to call you Bert. So Bert says, "How are you gonna, wondering how to explain all these to the TSA at the airport? That's why I got pre-check. I don't have to explain anything to them." And all this stuff is going into my checked bag as well. So crystals will amplify the protective energy, and that's what I'm hoping. So, um, with that, I think I'm gonna keep going. I'll let AJ take over from here because it looks like we're just gonna talk about. Not, I got the hiccups. I'm sorry, guys. We'll let AJ take over from here with the crystals if she comes back. But now she's disappeared on me, so
Sorry, I was looking for
that's
something.
okay.
Okay. So the crystals that I wrote some down because I wanted to keep notes.
These were just like if you do like a generic search for protective crystals, this is what comes up. But I know smoky quartz is one that I've always
I love smoky
been
quartz.
told was
It's one of my
and
favorites.
I think I have one somewhere. I thought I did. What happened to it?
Just gonna one by one. I'll talk about them and then stuff them in my.
Okay, go for and then put them back in your bra. This is not a family show. We're okay.
So different order. Well, okay, so smoky quartz is definitely one of my favorite ones. When you think about color correspondences, you'll see in protection, you will see a lot of black, dark gray. Those generally, any crystal or stone that you find within that color family is generally going to have similar type attributes. Like you see obsidians there, tourmalines there, smoky quartz, they're all grounding. They're all protective. You can think about them even interestingly enough, as we know now scientifically, what the properties of color do when you think about absorption of energy or absorption of the sunlight and what happens with black and white reflects. So when you think about like clear quartz here is like it amplifies things. It's that basic kind of that starter crystal that's kind of a good go-to for all. It amplifies. Well, white reflects. Clear things are going to reflect or project something. So think about them in those scientific terms as kind of like a shortcut or a way to learn the correspondences and kind of remember them. Or that's kind of how I do it. I like to find those associations.
Yeah.
So like here's my hematite, which I love. This is like one of my favorite ones to feel. It's like got a good, I don't know, weight to it or whatever. But again, like I said, it's, grounding, protection. Tourmaline's really known for not just like human energies or intention energies, right? But we hear a lot about it lately as like EMF protection in itself to absorb stuff. Shungite's kind of the same. It falls into that same family. And we also spoke about obsidian before. I think Darlene says she also does it, where you put them in the corners of your home to ground and protect and kind of create that barrier or set those boundaries as you finish your clearing. Do it,
Stevie's
Stevie.
gonna build a
It's
house
not,
out of it.
it's super inexpensive, I promise. Tourmaline's real easy.
I wanna see it. I wanna see that. That would be cool because I think it looks neat. I like it. I think I have one here.
I have a huge one
Some
somewhere.
Oh, wait,
I
maybe
move things
that's
around.
no. Yeah. I Stuff falls around and the cat's been knocking stuff off of my table here and stuff too, so or
So
maybe that's the one I couldn't find. I think that's the one they didn't have they were out of at the shop, so,
nice. I
I
mean,
did
people are going to go for that a lot. Like it's become really popular as of late, especially. Um, no, don't do
Stevie's gonna
don't do that though, because you will burn your place down. This is also something that's important to note is if you put your clear quartz in a window or too close to a light source, even a strong desk light, and you leave it unattended, it's like putting a
I'm
magnifying
gonna
glass.
find that I'm gonna find that video because I
Don't do
played that before. Some lady left her crystal ball
Yeah,
that she
that's a good
bought
one.
out on her back patio, like, on her picnic table,
Mm-hmm.
and she came home to the fire department, and her table was burned up, and she's like, "Oh, no, warning note," and I'm just like, "Jesus, yeah, that's gonna magnify."
Yeah, round
Oh,
it's round, but and again, some are gonna, like a tumbled. I mean, this is just a clear quartz tumbled stone. And again, I have them in different shapes and sizes for various reasons and purposes. Obviously, the less pointy ones are great for bras. But also when you think about a lot of people like to do like crystal water and stuff like that now, right? Don't put something this hard in glass in your glass water bottle, um, because it can chip. Those two things hitting each other when you're drinking, if it's shaking around in there, or you have multiple crystals in there, you don't want little shards. But so putting a rounded one is also great for helping with preventing that type of thing. Um, so there's that aspect of it also.
I didn't know people were doing that. So that's a thing now? You put your crystals in your drinking.
They make water bottles with it now. Like they make like glass. Well, they're expensive. They're like $7,500 on Amazon.
Oh,
They'll put
jeez,
a
oh, Pete.
crystal in
So
there, and
more expensive than one of those Stanley mugs that all the kids
probably.
have to have. Uh, I have a teenager, so all the kids had to have Stanley mugs or whatever
I
last
have an
year.
issue
And
with those mugs, but we won't talk about those now.
I'm like, no, you're getting a $20 one from Walmart, and it's not a Stanley because he loses everything. So I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
um, yeah. So that's just kind of running through like the dark black stones and gray, but purple I think is interesting, just as you were talking about lavender, a lot of the color correspondences again are gonna be the same, right? Because that's emotional calmness, which kind of leads to this is just the way I learn things. So if this doesn't make sense, let me know. But I like to find those associations. So if you think about being calm, those and quieting your mind and your energy, as lavender does, it also is going to assist you in things like that psychic protection, being able to be intuitive and focus on something because everything else around you about your energy is calm, right? And so that's why having something like your smoky quartz and amethyst together are going to be a great pairing for grounding, assisting each other in quieting the mind and energy so you can focus on something like if you're going to meditate or scry, even like if you're going to do some of that type of work. um Again, it's like there's steps to each of these things, right? Like there's a process to
Mhm.
it and there for a reason. But a lot of it at this point, I think, one, if you're into it, you're probably a little bit intuitive anyways, right? Like you're going to be drawn to these types of things for a reason. So I think you it's really safe to lean into your intuition because at the end of the day, your intention is going to be greater than any tool that you use, right? You could
Right.
do all these things without the assistance of anything, theoretically. Um, these tools are basically a physical form of the energy that we're using them for. So it helps us create that focus, but ultimately you don't need it. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
it is something for us to direct our focus on, to amplify our thought forms in a sense, to create that boundary, that grounding, that protection that you're trying to create or send out energy, or cutting of a cord, having being grounded and being able to say, I'm done with this, right? Which you also see in investigations a lot, or people who are dealing with hauntings, is stand firm in what you're saying and claim your space. It's kind
Yep.
of the same thing. It is anyone that would create a spell is going to use symbols and objects that amplify that and physically manifest it for you. Like, here's your physical version of it, but ultimately you always hear people saying, just claim this, just say this and mean it, that intention. It's the same thing like with a vision board, right? Like, because you are putting it in front of you, you're seeing it all. It's just another tool that you're utilizing. So if you feel for an herb, or even if you don't want something, if you're like, I don't resonate with this crystal for
Right.
whatever reason, then don't put it in your spell work or your protection or your sachets or whatever it is. I think that's like one of the biggest things I want to impress on people is ultimately it is about you and your intention.
Right.
Um, so you don't need, because these things can get expensive, and that's also part of why things like hoodoo came into practice, because um and like root work, because these weren't always like rich people either. And so you're reusing things like when you're writing your petition, you're reusing the paper bag that you have from the grocery store. You don't need to go buy special paper for that. Like, it's about finding what you already have. It's about going into your own kitchen cabinet and looking up stuff and saying, oh, I do have something that corresponds to
Mhm.
this. Like, a lot of us are going to have a lot of these things already. And if you're just curious, like, look it up. We have Google now, which is very helpful. So you can just say like, let me see if poppy seed does something. Like, what do you have? Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
um,
I have,
And a lot of times you're going to be right.
Well,
Like I was
then
telling Stones when she was getting stuff, like a lot of times I'll just go into my metaphysical store of choice, near the like I have one down the road from me that I like to go to, and just intuitively like see what feels right to me. What am I drawn to? And generally there ends up being a theme, I feel like, at least for me. And then I go home and look it up and I'm like, had I just gone and like thought about something off the top of my head, it probably wouldn't have been this. But if I actually think about themes or things that are going on in my life, now that I look into these things, it corresponds directly with what I'm going through right now. So intuition is
yeah.
just a big part of that.
Yeah, because we were talking about, like, I went to get amethyst. I went to get, well, I always like to have pink quartz around. So, like, I had my little list, right? Like, had this little list right here, like, things I wanted to get, but then I was like, "Ooh." Like, I saw the Amazonite, right? I was like, "Oh my god, that's so pretty." Like, I want that. I'm like, "I don't even know what I'm gonna use it for." And then I got home and I was telling AJ about it, and she's like, "Hey, if something told you to buy it, like, if you were drawn to it, there's a reason for it."
Do it.
And do it. And I did. So I bought it and I brought it home and I'm still sitting here like I've had this thing, I've been playing with it, like it's been in my hand, like just yeah, I even had it ended up rolling underneath my pillows the other night cuz I was just playing with it and I fell asleep with it in my hand. And I don't know if it's because it's not round, but like it's got some flat sides to it, but
Mm-hmm.
it just works in my hand really well. Like I just like the way it feels. So, and I picked this one out of like, I don't know, there was like a bowl of them. So I don't know what it was, why I think I needed it. Do you know is that say I don't know anything about it. So Amazon night.
That one
Is
is
it gonna make me like Wonder Woman?
yes, it's going to
Yeah,
make you like
sweet.
an Amazon woman.
Woo.
Very powerful Amazonian woman. Let me double check. I have it in my notes too. I was going through and I was like, let me just write down. I thought um because I
Yeah,
want to say
Darlene says she connects with the vibration she feels from stones and crystals.
yeah, no, you definitely feel a vibration. Yeah, like okay, so what you were doing, like when you said like there was a bowl of them, there usually are. Like they have buckets or bowls or bins
Yeah,
or whatever. Pick out a few, like, and sit there with them because you're likely for whatever reason, like it sounds crazy on the surface, right? Like until you do the things, it sounds
yeah,
crazy on the surface, but you will be drawn to things. And maybe you had an intention to go buy something and you're not resonating with any of them. Crystals can also have dead energy, just like water or any other thing. Like it, I don't know how to explain. Like they do. They just kind of, and then I think that's part of why people do like charging under the sun or a full moon or
full moon.
those types of things. I think because naturally a crystal is going to hold its own vibration if you think about the process of which they kind of come into being themselves. It's lots of pressure over thousands of years. Um, they hold their own resonance pretty well, but do they hold like is that energy active or alive? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
It makes
Yeah.
sense in my brain, um, but I do think I'm trying to look at the theme of the colors because I do think I mean calming and like psychic intuitiveness and a lot of dream work. A lot of times for like color, like ones that are like that kind of color that Amazon Night is.
It looks really like I like turquoise too. Like I've always been drawn to turquoise. I don't know if it's like the blue color or like Tiff says here, like I like lapis too. Oh, like I this looked like I don't know, it kind of looked like a little bird, like a bird egg to me. And anything that kind of represents animals or nature, like it just, I don't know. It was just like I said, and I'm still sitting here. I don't know. I've been playing with my these crystals. I charged them up last night. Which now that I've got all these dang things, I'm gonna need a bigger bowl to put them in. But I probably need a some. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get a larger bowl to put these in.
Or
When it comes
stuff
to
them in
that. Oh,
other
what is
places
this?
too.
Um, well, it's so damn cold. I have to put them in my window right now because it's so cold outside. If I put these in a bowl and water out in the full moon on my porch, they're gonna be frozen by morning, and that bowl's
You're
gonna be
putting them in
broke.
water.
So,
Interesting.
yeah, I thought that's what I was supposed to do. Somebody said to do that. So, like
I just put them.
another.
I just put them in the direct light of them.
Oh, another little witchy friend was like, you can put them in water, like I have a little crystal bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's like Waterford crystal, which is probably a little too expensive to be. But I figure, hey, these are my crystals. They're my
It's
little.
crystals. They're precious, and
I'm
that's like the
starting.
energy.
Yeah, I'm starting to spend a lot of money on these little damn things, so they're almost as yeah. And that bowl, it was part of a set at one time, and it's the only thing left from that set. So I mean, if it breaks, oh well.
I
There's no
think
other parts of it left anyway. But um,
when you take the care and the time in doing those things, um, I think it makes a difference in the how powerful they're going to be. If that makes sense, like just like with you liking to build your own like herbal sachets and stuff like that. I would recommend that unless you just really don't feel like could do it, or like for whatever reason, like, or if it's too expensive to buy everything individually, like I could see that being a thing. Um, Spending time and putting them together yourself with your own energy and intention, I think, only amplifies and assists in
yeah,
what they're doing for you. It's a way to
yeah.
connect.
I was gonna say if anybody wanted me to make them one, I would be more than happy to. But I do think, like AJ just said, I think like I make these for myself. I will make them for like my friends and my family. Like especially like I said, the bestie and I are gonna be going to all these locations together. So I will definitely have these made for her too because um she's very much like me. We pick up on things. She's got a little bit different. She sees things a little differently than I do, which is really I like to go to these locations with her because she picks up on things that I don't and vice versa. So like we make a pretty good team when we go cuz she can actually see things that I can't, and the same with me. So like I feel
A good balance.
confident when I can. Yeah, it's a very good balance that we have. And so I feel confident like I could make one of these bags for her, and cuz I know her so well, like I know that intent is going to transfer and it's going to protect her. Just like anybody else in my family, like cuz I love them, I know them. So if you could um make your own. And like I said, like AJ said, you can look up in your cabinet. You probably have cinnamon. You don't need cinnamon sticks either. They can be just ground cinnamon. Um, Nutmeg actually is another one that is very good for protection. Chamomile is as well, which you could buy chamomile tea if it's like organic chamomile tea.
Or if you even have chamomile tea, like cut the bag open and
Yeah,
toss it in your bag.
actually, these bags that I buy these like they're 50 of them for like $10 or something on Amazon. I think I get them for. These are reusable tea bags. So you could put your herbs in here and you could make you steep your own tea with them. And I just like them because they're simple cloth, like they're muslin cotton. So they're organic. They actually even smell really good too. And I haven't put anything in here but crystals yet. So but yeah, just you can reach up in your cupboard, cloves, everything that I mentioned, most people probably have already in their cupboards. Sage. Everybody has sage probably up in their cupboard. What else? Rosemary. is also another one. Trying to think. There's what else? I'm trying to think what I pull out in my cupboard if I don't have something. What else I use? But
Basil,
um,
mint.
basil, mint. Oh well, I do. I have a lot of lemon balm that grows naturally out here. I think I've
Mhm.
told you guys that before. Like it's rampant out here, like just crazy in the
There are
summertime.
worse things to have.
There's worse things to have, and like I said, I use it in teas because it is very like if you want to talk about relaxing and calm, it's way better than lavender.
And
And
it's a
but I
good sort
mix
of
the two.
nighttime. It's a good nighttime blend tea to have.
It is, and it will also cleanse you a little bit,
Hmm.
like for your GI tract too. So just to warn you, don't use a whole lot of
It's better
use it
than clams
sparingly.
Chinese tea.
It's if you use too much of it, because I learned that once. So because I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna use a lot of this, and then the next morning I was like, oh Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what fresh hell did I just wish upon myself when I did this? But
Yikes.
yeah, so but lemon balm is in the mint family, so
Mhm.
I've used lemon balm as well in these bags. Like it's like you said, it's about intent. So if you're putting these things together, if in your mind you're putting this together and you're like, this is going to protect me, this is going to protect a loved one, that's your intent, that's what you want to happen. So it's better that you make these yourself. Yeah, you can order the stuff off Etsy, spend a lot of money because I've seen some of these. Like Darlene was talking about the little vials that people, right? Like they put all the little herbs and stuff in there and they'll sell them to like 40, $50. Um,
That's a lot.
I that's a lot. I should get in on that. Really, I should just quit YouTube and just start making
Right. How
these
many are
little
y'all?
bags.
How many are they selling a month? Let's talk about this.
That's another thing. I'm like, really? Are you making a lot off? Because to me, I'm like, dude, just pay me what it costs to ship you a couple of these, and we're fine. Like, I'm not even going to charge you for them, right? But, so yeah, so do you could do your own, like you can buy your own crystals too to put in there. What do you, so I didn't even know. I know Darlene had mentioned chips to me the other night, and
Hmm.
I didn't get what she said because I was like, potato chips? I'm like, what the hell are you
No,
talking
they're just like
about?
you see
But
them a lot. People
the
sell them in
chips
craft
from the
stores.
crystals.
They sell
So,
them in craft stores a lot of the time. Like you'll see them in those little vials, like those little clear bottles.
mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean, again, be careful with those because a lot of times those are like recompressed and dyed things when they're actually in a craft store. Like, make sure that they're genuinely like a stone.
Authentic.
Yeah, like some type of real stone, even.
Oh,
Um,
Colonel Morg's here, so I have to salute. Vietnamese cinnamon from Penzes is awesome, but that's probably not what you mean by knowing its source. But it's Vietnam. It's the kind from Vietnamese, which makes a lot of sense. So it's from Vietnam. It's Vietnamese. Yeah. Cinnamon is cinnamon. So, but yeah, knowing its source, like I just,
yeah, more
I,
so that source is more for things that have been traditionally used or like again like resins and things like that that
like the Palo Santo and
yeah, things that take time like copal even not as much copal, like frankincense is one. Where do you get it from? Who's are like there are a lot of people that in communities that make these types of things that are exploited. You see the same thing even with certain communities with like a lot of like nut and seed butters that people get from Africa. Like they'll kind of go in and
mm,
exploit these people in the town, and make a shit ton of money off of them when these people are still living it. Like they like it because they're making money and it's a money source for them when they're already, kind of struggling in some instances. So they're benefiting, but like these companies are making a shit ton of money off these people. That's not very ethical, is it? Right. So that's what when I say your
no.
source, that's more what I'm speaking to. Um, Making sure that it's like, you're not just completely taking a resource away from people who have used it in their own tradition. That's a lot of the issue around like white sage, specifically. Um,
Yeah, especially there's different types of sage too, right?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah,
Indian
white
sage,
sage.
white sage, like you've got
White sage is
but like
endangered, apparently, which I didn't realize until recently.
oh,
Like in the past couple
I
years,
didn't oh, I didn't
and
know that either.
because culturally indigenous
Uh-oh.
people used it, that's why like I don't necessarily believe in like don't touch anything that's not your culture. Like I'm not that strict about things if they genuinely resonate with you, but don't take away a resource from someone who's practiced something with something for thousands of years, right? If you're making it harder or making a market for it where you outprice the people who traditionally use it, then there's more of a
Gotcha. Yeah, and when I talk about, like, knowing your source too, especially, like, with something like some of these herbs, like I said with the rue, here, hang on, AJ, I'm gonna shut my camera off just for a second because 'cause I'm gonna grab my rue because I want you guys to grab my rue. That sounds really nasty, hang on.
yeah. I'll be right
Um,
here while you grab your roux.
yeah, I'm gonna grab my rue, is this it? Yeah, this is it. All right. Because I gotta stand up and oh, I got a mess going on back here, guys. You don't need to see it. But this is Rue. And when I say know your sort, I mean look at what this looks like. I mean anybody could probably put this in like a baggie and send it to you, and you don't know. But it does have once you get used to it. I'm a little stuffed up today, but oh god, yeah, you know what it is once you start figuring it out. But I don't know how well you guys can see it, but look, it looks like just some dried grass, really. But they do. This will help you too because um I mean, anybody could go out in their backyard, right, and just grab some shavings after their lawnmower's gone through and say that it's rude, but it does have a distinct odor to it. Now I've got it all. I usually just scoop this stuff out. I don't get it on my hands because, like I said, it can get a little. Hang on. Oh, hello, Tansy. Are you
Catnip, that's
awake?
another one. Catnip is
Oh,
used a lot in scrub work, and a lot of us have cats, so we probably have dry catnip. Oh, this is a baby.
listen, bye, bye. Oh, nope. She's like, I don't want to be up here right now. She's like, bye. So persnickety, I tell you. But yeah, but they also make you can get they make tea out of rue. So you can also buy bags of it off Amazon. That's just tea, which like I said, like with the chamomile, you can do the same thing with the rue. So I just know where this lady gets hers, so like I feel safe with it. But and that's the only one that I really worry about. Like I said, I grow my own lavender. I get the anise, the star anise. I get that from the Amish place. Bay leaves. I get that from the spice section at either Walmart or Meyer. So, and same with the cinnamon. It just kind of depends on where I am. If I see the sticks, I buy them, and that I think the ones I have now are from the Amish place too, because they'll sell them in like a little container and like a lot of them for like not a whole lot. Oh, she's just gonna hang out here, you guys. Look, I
If
think she's
anyone
just
has
a
like a sorry,
I'm trying to get her up here, but
no,
I
go.
just think she doesn't want to be on camera. That's okay. You can sit here, Mom. I'll pet you. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna get a big trunk. Um,
40-year-old virgin.
and Darlene says you have to be careful of what stones you put crystals in. Um, stones you put crystals in. Ooh.
You have to be careful of stones of what you know.
Oh, what I put like where I put the crystals? Yeah, I don't want any sharp ones going down like my bra or anything. But yeah, the one I my pink quartz that I put down there, that one's it looks more like a worry stone than it does like a sharp sided crystal. But yeah, most of the ones I get, I tend to buy the ones that are like have smooth sides and things like. But like some of these will not fit, are not going to go down my bra because I they're just not going to be comfortable. So do not bite me. Oh, shit. Rah, 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 rah. Let's see. Ernie says water and loon light male rock what makes rock special? Makes rock special. Is that right? Did I say that right? Did I get moon? um so Darlene says you have to make sure you can put it in water. So
Like
okay,
selenite.
so
Don't put selenite in water.
don't put selenite in water. Oh, okay. So just the crystals?
Like the quartzite family of stones is a harder stone. So like, and again, sometimes they're named whatever crystal, um, or like whatever quartz, like rose quartz. You know, it's part of the family. But amethyst is the same family, but it's not called purple quartz. Does that make sense? Like that's
Yeah.
there's a quartzite family of stones, and those are all fairly hard. But yeah, a lot of them, there are
Got
a lot that aren't as
amethyst.
yeah, a lot of them
Tiny.
aren't as hard. Which is also another thing, by the way, guys. Citrine's a really big one. Um, this is natural citrine,
Ooh.
which is hard to find in a lot of places. It's gotten more expensive, but they've shut down a lot of the mines where citrine was naturally mined. I was going to say harvested. Um,
Harvested.
but
That's what I do.
because they've been shut down, um, in that in place of that, they've started baking amethyst because it is a lot of these are basically right. They would all be clear quartz crystal if it weren't for various veins and temperatures that go on in the area, veins of different minerals that create the color variation, right? But this once looked like this, and that's generally how you can tell, right? Because there's that
Mhm.
fading on it. So basically, they take amethyst and they bake it in a kiln at a high heat to turn it, and they will call this citrine. It's not. It's not. Um, Congo citrine is kind of like one of the better known mines, um, and it can be like more bright yellow. Those are going to be really fucking expensive. Like obviously,
Yeah,
the
I
more
was gonna
clear and the brighter yellow versus more of like a like a darker
because
brownie.
don't they use that in a lot of jewelry now too? Like the citrine?
Probably, it's definitely yeah. I
This
mean,
is-
and that's so like that's an example of like one that's been polished. That's another. I don't know. My fucking camera is another one that's been baked down. Um,
Come here. Come here.
that is
Ooh.
natural one. So like you can see, let's see the difference in them.
Yeah, those are pretty. I want one.
I literally there was I'd wanted my girlfriend gave me the other one, but I'd wanted the Congo citrine for a long time, and I oddly enough they opened up like a fossil and like they have like crystals and stuff in a store in a mall near me, and me and my ex at the time we were walking and I was just like, oh, let's go in here or whatever, and so he saw how excited I got about the Congo. I was like, is that Congo citrine? Like, and the workers like had it in the
Aww.
cabinet and you know about it, so he bought me a few of them. I think this one's really cool though. Like I love the ones that
Ooh.
still have like the matrix in them.
Oh, I love that.
Like
Yeah,
I
I've
just
got a couple.
I
I
don't
wonder
know.
if I can reach it from where I'm sitting. Probably not. Hang on. I don't want everybody to see my butt again. Hang on.
Like this is an emerald matrix. Like you can see the stones, like how they're the shape of them, that kind of barrel hexagonal shape is. I don't. They're just so cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
I like the natural
one of
citrine.
the
I love that one.
yeah, this is the amethyst. It's
That's
like
like
the
is that the
geo
grape
looking.
amethyst, like the small ones, right?
Yeah, they're tiny, 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 but it's and this was a gift. Somebody gave this to me just because I like purple stuff and they're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, they you'll love this." And I'm like, "Ooh, it's pretty. It's shiny." And
You're
then
like,
I
yeah.
found out what and then I'm like, "Wow, amethyst protection." Like, but I mean, it's got little sharp I mean, there'd be a little I'm not putting that down my bra either. So, and it's not going in a bag because it's too nice. Because yeah, I like it. And I always keep it on
That'd be
my
a big one
little
to carry around in a bag.
yeah, it's a pretty good and I've got smaller one, like there were some little I guess there were some chips off of it that were in the little bag that she gave it to me in. So,
Like a little
oh, it's a little
little amethyst
baby.
point.
See, that one
Teeny.
would fit in your that'll fit in your bra. I know that was
It's gone.
when I was looking at the crystals, I was just like, I was pulling up some and I'm like, yeah, that won't go in my bra. That won't go in my bra. And the gal was looking at me and I was just like, I'm just seeing which ones can go in my bra. And she's just like, okay. She's
Here's
like, don't
another
worry. I
crystal.
hear all sorts of weird things from people when they
Oh
come
my
in here
god.
looking
Oh
for
my god.
crystals.
I don't know why
Ooh.
my brain is frozen right now. I have to. Why can I?
Squirrels?
Lepidolite.
Lapis? Oh.
No, it's lepidolite. I'm saying that wrong, and it's gonna drive me crazy. I don't know why my brain isn't malfunctioning. But again, this is a purple correspondence, and this is all. But this is also like a very like this is supposed to be like calming and helps with anxiety. Again, what you'll see among like the purple color family of stones and things. This actually, which this is why I think the scientific aspect is so interesting because a lot of these correspondences have been assigned a long time ago, right? Before the science was there, behind things and knowing certain properties of stuff. This has lithium in it.
We're going to charge some batteries.
Well, lithium's also used in a it's a mental health medicine. Why am I like an
Oh,
antipsychotic slash
yeah.
depressive like
Yes.
so I just find it really interesting that the property that was assigned to it to help people just by like it being a crystal that you carry with you before we knew what that mineral did for our wellness, right?
Hmm.
It was already assigned to, I just find that type of thing so interesting.
I do too, just like with a lot of these herbs and things, right? Like what
Mm-hmm.
the medicinal uses for them back in, long, long before all of our penicillins and our vaccines and everything. Like we were using these for, you know, long before to cure illnesses and that fascinates me too. Like I just and that people like how did they figure that out? We always think of people back, right? Like they're so stupid and so uneducated. Well, maybe stupid's not the word. Yeah, maybe we're uneducated, like, and they believed in demons and witches and all of this stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, but look where we got our medicine from.
Right.
Like they weren't they weren't stupid because they could go out and forage in the woods and find things to cure and make themselves better, which none of us could go do that right now. Well, I might be able to. I could probably find a few things, like some of us probably could, but I mean, really, like if like we wanted to go out and make something like cinnamon has antimicrobial properties, so
You'll
you
see that
could.
a lot in things that you burn also. Like you'll hear of like people who used to traditionally like burn certain herbs around their house. Like obviously we're talking
Hmm.
about it here, but people who weren't doing it for witchcraft or whatever, there were traditions and things that people just did and then come to find out, centuries later that that plant has antimicrobial properties. So by it being out in the air, it is actually literally clearing
Yeah.
the bad spirits, right? Like it's preventing someone from being sick, which would have been, you know, attributed to someone hexing or putting bad energy out there, right? So it is
Hmm.
protecting you, maybe not the way that you think. And in some instances, maybe it is, but like, I don't know. I find that history of it really interesting. And it just kind of adds to validity in my mind.
Yeah. I I love anything to do with, like I said, I'm not a green thumb like Tiff. Like I can't. I can't
Yes,
grow things and make them she's she's
next
like my
level.
mom was. Like my mom could just grow anything. And I'm just happy that I'm keeping her lavender alive. It's about like I just don't have with ADHD, I just don't have the focus for gardening. I really want to, like I love it, but I'm much better at going out and just finding the stuff in the wild. Like we have wild chamomile that grows like all over. Like I said, the lemon balm, like those things I can go out and find them. And I'd rather do that because if I have to try to grow this stuff, I don't, it wouldn't work because I can't keep stuff alive. Well, animals I can. Well, I don't know. She's going to kill me at some point. Gonna wake up. I need to keep stressing to her that I'm the reason. Uh-oh. Tansy. She just knocked everything. I don't know what. Gotta move everything back here. There we go. Yeah, and then she goes over and sits on the bed like, "What? What did I do?
Let it get him.
I didn't do that, Mom."
Hi, me.
All right. So maybe I shouldn't be doing water then. I'll just put them in the bowl then and put them out or put them in actually I got a pretty good size window ledge. I think that's what I'll start doing from now on, but I don't know, somebody told me to put them in water. Okay. So maybe I'll stop. I'll
I have
stop that.
like a silver like serving tray that was passed down to me, like a real silver serving tray, and it was actually gifted to my grandfather from a bunch of nuns at they were a part of the church associated with his hospital at St. Joseph's Hospital. And he was like the primary care provider for a lot of people. So they gifted that to him. So now, like, that kind of has its own kind of like spiritual meaning in a sense there. And so I actually put that out on my deck, and I will put my crystals and whatever out there on top of that. Hi, cat.
Mm, meow. Mine's on the warpath, so if everything just suddenly shuts down, that's she's on the loose down here. So, I don't know much about like I like Lord of the Rings. I don't know much about Tolkien though. So,
We had this
but
conversation last time about Morg,
more Colonel Morg, you have to salute. You have to salute him.
about the name though, like the in general, the Morg
Yeah,
name.
but I like that with well, isn't it the Catholics pretty much they stole a lot of stuff from pagan, not stole, what's, appropriated? That's probably,
Mm-hmm.
um, well, Christianity in general, like all the pagan the holidays, and they're all around pagan high holidays, Christmas and everything else, right?
I love listening
Um,
to apologists about that. According to them, it's so wrong, but it's like, no, honey.
no, no, it's not. It's not. Um, but yes, part of him would have agreed about the water. So yeah, well, maybe because I'm a Pisces too, so I don't know. I don't get into it like
If
the
it feels
rest of
right
you
for you,
guys
do it.
do,
Again,
but
it's amplifying energy, right? Clear
that's
water, like
kind
you
of
have a
how I
crystal
felt about it.
bowl.
But crystal ball, it's yeah, about this big.
What are
It's
we
not
saying? Or
well
a
actually.
glass bowl, like
Yeah,
it creates the magnification literally, right? So I think that's if it works for you, do it.
and
You know, like a
I just put the ones that are like the ones that have been tumbled.
mhm.
Obviously, I'm not going to put like this would never go in there or anything. Like I have a lot of raw pink quartz, like a lot of pink and clear raw quartz, tons of it. Our place in Colorado, it's everywhere because it's built on. I
Oh,
can
that's
tell you
really
like when it is, and I want to. I can tell you a couple ghost stories from there since I know everybody loves the ghost stories. I had a couple. So Colorado, we're right outside Colorado Springs. Like I said, you could just go out in the backyard and pick up. Next time I'll go out because I've got a pile of them out here in the yard that I. You're not supposed to. Okay, I shouldn't say this because now I'm probably going to get arrested by the Department of Natural Resources or whatever they have in Colorado because you're not supposed to remove the rocks.
It's
because technically we
hypothetical.
hypothetically, if I were to have some in my yard here in Michigan, that may or may not have come from Colorado, but I've got a pretty big one. But yeah, I
Ooh.
have a thing for sparkly things because I think I was a crow in a past life, and but they're everywhere, like in our yard. Like if you go dig a hole, like quartz is gonna come up. And the coolest thing is when because we have a natural well, when the we fill up the horse water tank, right? Like the sun's coming down into it and you can see like it's a prism like
That's cool.
of the little pieces of quartz that are in the water, like which the water tastes so good because it's naturally cleansed because it's got all that, it's running through all that quartz, right?
It's like a
But
mineral water,
I
right? Like it,
always it's I mean, and it's just beautiful. I've always kind of thought about like maybe I should clean them up, but usually I just put them out. I just set them outside, like we had our porch. I'd put them on the steps or whatever, and just leave them out there, let the rain wash them and clean them up.
you just like having
And
that like in your garden, like in the like in the dirt around it, like would just be so pretty and magical.
it is. It's
I
pretty
love that.
because if you pick up, like, if you went out and just like scooped up the soil, like it's sandy, but you can see all the little bits of quartz in there and all the, like, there's pieces of limestone. So
Right, bro.
when I think about hauntings, I think water, running water, especially, but yeah. And then I think quartz is a natural conductor and limestone, which doesn't shock me. Like I've lived see, I'm not the person, every place I go to or place I've lived is haunted. Not every place I've lived is haunted. The place I grew up, 100%, which is now where I'm back to living again. But I've been to places that, yeah, there's been absolutely nothing weird that has ever happened. But Colorado, this right, we're out. This is a relatively newly built house. It was like only about 20 years old when we bought. Well, now it's 20 years old. So, gosh,
But the land's not.
but the land's not. And one night, so like I kept thinking to myself, I'm just like, it always felt like I was supposed to be there. Like I love this place. It's beautiful, beautiful house. And this just gorgeous view. We can't see the mountains really, but we've got this beautiful basin with the mesas all around us, and it's just gorgeous. And sunrises are just I can't even. It's they're just out of this world. And like I said, there's quartz rocks everywhere. I like sparkly things, right? Like I could just be out there and I'm like picking up rocks and stones, and it's yeah. I was in my happy place there for a very long time. And weird things always happen in this house. Like you'd set stuff down, you would start looking for it, couldn't find it. I don't know how many times I lost my cell phone and then come back and like there it is sitting like in a very obvious location where like I should not, like, yes, I talk about squirrels in my brain, but I have pretty good eyesight, so I should not have been like I wouldn't have missed my cell phone sitting on the counter in the bathroom. But like weird things like that, like I would be hanging pictures on the wall and I'd have my hammer right there and my hammer would come up a mess. And I'm looking around like I'm not going anywhere. I didn't carry my hammer off. And then I'm walking around the house like, where the hell did that hammer go? I just had it right here. I would find it down, like there's 3 levels to the house. I would find it down in the basement where I hadn't gone. So like weird shit like that
Crystals
was
do that
always
themselves too, though, right? Like, have you?
and I always kind of wondered like was there some sort of energy, like did it amplify some of my energy? Um but one night, so my best ghost story, everybody, I get a lot of crap for this one. So I don't know why, because I thought it was it, okay. So we had our horse barn. It sits down just below the house. and the horses were they were inside. I can't remember why we put them in that night. I think we were supposed to get a snowstorm. So we put all the horses inside, and I kept like our bedroom window faced out to the horse barn. So like if there was anything going on with the horses, you could hear them. Like if they were making noises or uh and we could hear them if the window was cracked or anything. So like I heard one of my horses, I kept hearing her like constantly making noise, and like I kept hearing like thump thump, like she was kicking something, or some
Hmm.
one of them was kicking. And I was like, okay, whatever. The boyfriend wasn't there at the time. I think he was back home visiting his family. And I think I was there by myself with the kid. And I'm like, okay. My first thought is we got bear, we got mountain lions, we've got all sorts of critters that could be out there. Maybe something's in there screwing with my horses. So I get the bear spray, I get my flashlight, I in the vehicle, I get my dog, we drive down there,
Okay.
and I go into the barn. I just slide the door open, and my headlights are like shining into the barn. And there is somebody standing there. So
No.
the one thing I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting it to be like a person. I was thinking, okay, there's going to be a bear in there, and then
Some
like
type of
I'm
animal.
fully prepared, like an animal, something. And but I could hear my horse, and they're just like
Mm.
making all kinds. Like she is freaking the out, and I just slide like right, like it's the big barn doors, right? So I'm sliding open. The car lights are flashed inside, and there's somebody standing there. And I was
No.
just like this, right? And I'm standing there with my flashlight and my bear spray. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. He looks at me. He turned because he was kind of like sideways like this. Like he was
Mace doesn't
looking at
like
the
it.
horses. Yeah. I didn't like it either because like my heart stopped, and my Nessie, the coon dog, the raccoon dog, she was the one with me, and she was like right like ears up, all her furs up on her back, right? Like she didn't bark or go after him or anything. And
She was like, the
I'm
fuck?
thinking to myself, we're gonna die. This is how I die. And my kid's up in his room sleeping. I'm like, well, at least I did lock the house door before I went down, because I'm like, well, I'm the only one here. At least he'll be safe if I do die down there, right? And I just see him standing there, and he's like standing sideways, so I could just see a profile of him, right? And he turns to look at me, and I can see now that he's got long dark hair, and he's got across his face, which I can barely make out his face because it's almost transparent. So then I realize this is not a real person anymore. He's got like black paint going just across his eyes. So I can't even really see his eyes. So I see skin, the black across here, and then I see more skin, and then I see long black hair. And I don't even remember what he was wearing. It seems like it was just something real loose and light, like a buckskin or something. Because if you know where I'm going with this, he looked very Native American to me. And I'm just standing there, like looking at him, and he kind of turns and looks at me. And as he starts to turn to like completely like face me, he's just gone. And my horses, I think if my horses hadn't been so worked up, I probably would have just been like, I'm crazy. Like, I didn't see what I just think I saw. But my horses were worked up. Like, they were lathered up, all excited. Like, they were not happy. Nessie was right there at my feet. She's all like hackles up, like not even charging to go. Like, if it was a person, anybody walks into my house, even if my voice sounds a little different when I come in the house, she starts barking because she thinks it's somebody,
She's
an
like, what the
intruder.
fuck is
Right.
that?
But she's just standing there kind of like she yeah, she didn't know whether to bark or run or she's not the brightest of dogs. But Yeah, and I'm just the whole time I'm just still standing there just like and I reach over, like, walk over to the wall and I flip on the light and it turns on all the inside lights and there's nothing there. There's not a beam. Like this is right in the middle of my barn where you could drive a tractor or a truck through with hay bales, right? Like there's nothing there that can look like a person or anything. And I saw him turn and look at me. And I I just was like, what the hell did I
Minx
see?
is
So,
tearing through my place right now. I don't know if y'all heard
oh,
hear her in the
she's like,
background. She went boom, boom, and
we
she's
woke
going,
the spirits.
yeah. What
But
she
that
doing?
was that was I only saw him one time and like everybody always wanted like cuz I told like my sister the story everybody wants let's go down to your barn now. It's like 1 in the morning. Let's go down to your barn. And I'm like, "No, let's
No,
not.
it's not.
Let's
Yeah,
leave
that
him
it,
alone."
it's scary when it actually happens and it just pops up on
Yeah.
you. You're not like,
And as
mm-mm.
soon as I could tell like he was like when he started turning like I could see like the end of the barn like through him, right?
I
Like you
have
can tell
goosebumps
that.
right now. Like I am not okay.
Girl,
Not okay.
I was freaking out thinking I'm getting ready to be murdered, right? By
Yeah,
this person, like a horse thief or I'm like, what the hell is why would you come in my barn and just stare at my horses, right?
or like you're
And
crazy, right? Like what do you do
but
wandering
as
around
soon
property?
as
Like
yeah, like how the hell did you get in my barn? Like I just millions of questions. And the other thing is like I'm like, why is my dog not going after this person? I'm like, well, good guard dog you turned out to be. Like I'm gonna be murdered, and my dog's gonna like help him, like drag my body away or whatever. And but as soon as like I could tell, like I'm like, yeah, it's not a real person. Like all of a sudden I was like, okay, this is good. I'm not gonna die. But I never like physically saw him again, but I know he was there. Like I never doubted that like he was around those horses all the time. But what I learned cuz I wanted to know more like cuz I grew up here in Michigan. We have like the Potawatomi Indians that are like in this area. Like we've had
mhm,
of course we have a casino um, but they have like powwows, so like I'm familiar with their tribe and a lot of their culture. Like I've just been around that, but I don't know much about the Colorado tribes or like the Native American tribes of the West. So I did ask around, and a gentleman with the affiliated with the Ute Indian tribes
mhm.
he actually reached back out to me when I sent an email. He actually reached back out to me and he's like, he's attracted to your horses. And I'm like, I didn't really even say anything about like a ghost or anything. Like he's like, the spirits are attracted to your horses. And I was like, dude, you want to talk about having goosebumps? Like, I'm reading this guy's email. Like, I didn't say I had a ghost.
You're like
I
what
just asked
what
I just said, "Hey, I think I said I have a horse farm. This is where I live." And, like gave him a general location, and I said I have horses, and like it's horse
Mhm,
country kind of. That's what the properties all around us were all designed to have horses. They're like 5 and 10 acres, so yeah. And he was just he's attracted to your horses, and I'm like, I didn't say that. Like I didn't tell you I had a right? Like I didn't say anything about a ghost or anything. And he's like, well, the Ute Indians that were in this area, or one of the tribes in this area, they were one of the first Native American tribes to. They highly prized horses.
they
They
domesticated them.
yeah
Domesticated.
they would trade whatever they could to get a horse. Like that's how valued they were.
Mhm.
And they were very much in tune with their horses. There it was a spiritual connection that they had with their horses. And I was like, well, my horse is not very spiritually connected to this dude because she did not like him being there. Like she was going ape shit in her stall. Like she was just like, I'm not having any of this dude standing here. But she's a little temperamental, so that could be why. But still, Yeah, like I said, I never witnessed him again. Like, I always kind of felt like he was probably still around, and we would be out in the barn. Like, I was down there a lot by myself doing, cleaning stalls, getting hay and stuff like that down, and I'd have pebbles thrown at me. We found marbles all over the
Huh.
place, like marbles in the barn. Like, I would be in there scooping, and I'd feel something hit me in the back of the head, and I'd, like, turn around and look, and there in the sawdust would be just a marble, just laying there. No birds, nothing. It just comes out of nowhere. So, that was the weird stuff, but I don't think he ever, like, I never saw him at our house. Well, I did see we had a shadow guy that walked quite for the first few times I saw him, I thought he was like the UPS guy coming, like, because he would walk right past one of the front windows, and I thought he was looking for the door to come, like, drop off packages. But then I started seeing him out of the corner of my eye all the time, and I'm like, okay, there's nobody here delivering anything. So I don't know if that was him or if that was something else. But yeah, my that was when I started putting salt in the windows and around, like, the thresholds and stuff, just because I started kind of like, I don't like dark shadows. Just sort of like in the middle of the day. It not even like weird stuff. It didn't even have to be nighttime for weird stuff to happen. But what are you doing? She almost got knocked off. You gonna come up
No.
here and do a segment? What's it, a baby? Oh,
Oh my
there she goes.
god. You a
Every time
cat.
she's just like, don't talk to me. Talk to the paw. All right. And I've totally ignored all the comments. So I'm sorry, guys. Um, Ernie says water holds memory.
Water's crystals. If you want to like
Especially
break it down like to the base, like water is crystals.
especially the water out in Colorado where I was.
Your water
It's
has crystals with crystals.
Yeah, it was so pretty. Like, I would just sit out there like mesmerized, like filling up the horse troughs and buckets and stuff. I'd just be like, "Oh my god, it's so pretty." And you could see it too, like if you pulled water. We had a water filter, like this whole system installed in the basement for all of that, for that purpose, to keep all that stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came time to change those filters, like, you would know because you could hold your glass of water up to the window and you could see, like, all of it. It
All
was
the
so
sediment.
pretty. But I think it's good for you, right? Like, it should be. People are selling or eating. Look at that. See? She's
Oh,
evil. And
that's
Darlene says
little.
Jade is good. Jade isn't that what Asian culture, isn't jade protective? And
It's also like for like wealth and stuff.
I need that. I need wealth so I can buy my island. Um, don't steal, lady. I didn't want anybody. I thought somebody was down there trying to steal my horses, honestly, because that does still happen, believe it or not. Lapidolite is Tiff says. Is that what?
Yeah,
I'm
thank
probably
you.
not. Am I saying it right? Because
Yes.
that'd be the first time I actually ever said any word right the first time. Uh, and lithium mines. And Tiff says trial and error. That's how I do everything in my life. It's all trial and error. It's how I learn best. Oh, she's playing with her bird. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Um, Haircut Bert says there are tribes around the world that describe DNA science thousands of years ago. Wait, what are we talking about? Did we get off to the DNA again? But yeah, because we were talking about how ancient cultures weren't stupid. Like, yeah, sometimes I think they knew way more than we did. We think we've, like, modern medicine, but things that we're learning in modern medicine, like using honey and things like that, right? Um,
Honey's amazing. Raw
is
honey's amazing.
Well, shoot, now we're I have a friend who's a nurse, and one of her jobs is to take care of the maggots at the hospital for
Uh-huh.
wound care.
Oh
And
wow.
I'm like, "You do what?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's what they used to do." And I'm like, "Nope, no, thank you. I'll
It's
just let my foot fall
interesting.
off.
Yeah.
Thank you
Oh,
very much."
it was
Like, "No."
interesting. Did you ever hear? This is kind of a tangent. The story about this. There was a plane that crashed in Peru, and there
The
was a
soccer
young,
players?
no, it was this young woman survivor. She like basically got jettisoned out of the plane. Like she was still attached to the row, like her like 3 seat row thing, but like buckled into it, and it basically
Oh,
like
crap.
helicoptered down. Like she like blacked out because it was spinning. Anyways, she lived, but she was in the middle of nowhere, and but her parents um, were like studying biology down there, like the natural, like they were naturalists in some sense. Like she had a bunch of skills, but she was had a bunch of wounds also. But she knew, I think it was like 7 days at least, that she was eventually found her way to some type of level of civilization to get
Oh,
down.
wow.
But she left the maggots in there in her wound because she knew that they would keep it clean. Which is not some, I would think that anyone would immediately like rinse it out and be completely disgusted by it. But she might have gotten an infection and
Yeah.
died had she not.
Yeah, they'd eat necrotic tissue. So,
Ugh,
anything that's dead in there, they're gonna clean it up.
that makes
I
sense.
I I can't, just the thought of it, like, I get the willies. I'm
Especially
a
being
vet
able to
tech.
feel it.
Yeah, if I felt something moving oh god, see, my toes are curling right now, just that's ah. Um, I'm a vet tech. I've seen all kinds of gross, nasty stuff. Maggots are off. I can't. They like I've seen animals with them on, and it just I can't. I can't. I can't. So, if I have to keep my if that's the only way I can keep my leg, cut it off. I just or knock me out. Just I want to be coma to put me in a coma, medically induced coma, because I don't want to feel those little suckers crawling around on me
I don't like
anywhere.
it.
Oh my gosh. They're like, yeah. See, I get goosebumps from that.
I'm
Not
like sitting here like, don't like it.
gross. All right, I'm gonna go down through chat here. Um, Tiff says they built churches on sacred ground and right on top of the other culture special places too. Yeah. Well, a lot of churches are built like on ley lines. That wasn't a. I don't think that's a Christian belief. That's more paganism, isn't it? Like the ley lines and like Stonehenge is built. Isn't it built on an intersection of ley lines as well?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about ley lines. I just know that they're spiritually significant for a lot of
Energetic.
the ancient cultures. But yeah,
Well, and a
so I
lot of the
find
lay
that
are the same parallels as well, like different ancient sites, like major ones. The ones that we can still see are a lot of times on the same parallel.
yeah. I've what was that? Was it? Isn't it like? Oh my gosh, yeah. Because we'll get off on a different tangent there,
We can talk about it another time.
um, Stonehenge and oh my gosh, yeah. Maybe that'll be another episode. We'll come back to that one because there was one that I watched and it was Stonehenge is on the same parallel as like, and you wouldn't even think about it, but then when you look at the map and you see how they all line up, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, how the how the hell did that happen? Like, how did they figure this stuff out? It just blows my mind. It's still Stonehenge is amazing. Like, I can't wait to go back there again someday. I want to I So one thing I wish I if I had a lot of money, this is what these are the things I would do with it. I would get my own tour of Stonehenge. Uh, because when
That'd be
I
great.
went Yeah, unfortunately, there was, like, so many people there, like, so many people, and you're, like, trying to walk around, you can't touch anything, you can't even like, when we went, it was, what was it? I think it was, like, February or something, so the ground is super soft and wet,
Hmm.
and they don't want you walking around, like, where the big stones are, the big monoliths, so you can only really walk around the outside edge of it, which I was really disappointed in because 'cause I'm thinking to myself, "God, I wanna touch," right?
Like
Like, "I
walk
gotta
up to
touch
the
this
like,
stuff,"
yeah.
right? Like, I wanna touch this stuff. Um, so really you could only like the little outside stones were really the only ones that you had any access to, but, like, yeah, if I had some money, like, that those these are the things I would get, like, private tours to, like, some of these places where, like, I could just go in there and just be me with, like, these ancient sites, like, go to the pyramids and well, I don't know. I am a little claustrophobic. I don't know if I wanna go in the pyramids so much, but I would like to
Oh,
just
it'd be
go there
so
without all the crowds.
if you look up Robert Edward Grant, he does a lot of those. They do Egypt, and I want to say they do one in Peru, or they're doing one, or have recently, and then they do um, definitely one in Mexico. I think also to those sites, and they're not small groups, but they're not like huge. Like I don't think they're more than like 100 people or 50 people, something like that. Um, but that yeah, there's people that do it now, and a lot of them are the ones that do it would be like considered like the fringe narrative of some of these like sites now, but um, because of their work, or Robert Grant has a lot of fucking money. He was big pharma until he decided to like retire and do something else with his life, and then he had like this spiritual awakening, which is crazy. So he's like super wealthy, and so he just had access and discovered things. Like he's discovered sites and things within the Great Pyramids that other people had previously not seen. Like he was meant to kind of
Oh, cool.
do this shit. It was kind of crazy, but it's really cool. He's basically they've started finding like these very faint outlines of what looks like it's going to basically be the entire zodiac mapped out in the main chamber, the king's chamber in the Great Pyramid.
Oh, see, these are the things I wanna see, and I was born poor, so I don't know. Maybe I just need to marry rich or something so that I can go to these places because these are the
We
things
just
I
need a
wanna see.
millionaire matchmaker for us. It's fine.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Where do we get one of those? We were suppo who there was somebody that was gonna hook up who was that? Somebody was gonna hook us up with rich husbands at one time, AJ, I forgot, but
Really? I'm into
yeah, I thought yeah, I'm all for that. If they can take me to the pyramids, like,
that.
I don't wanna go to, like I don't need a tropical island. I mean, it'd be nice to go on a vacation once in a while,
I do
but,
love
like,
tropics.
I like it warm on occasion. I don't wanna be cold all the frickin' time like I am right now, but I like these ancient sites, like, I wanna see the pyramids, I wanna go back to Stonehenge, but, I mean
My sister went to Petra when she did her exchange program in high school. She decided to study Arabic for whatever reason, but she went and lived in Jordan for a while and got to go. Like, that's so cool.
I I dated a Navy guy, and they actually got to go to Petra,
That's really
and I'm
cool.
like, "Where are your photos?" He shows me 1 photo, and I'm like, "That's it?" And I'm like, "Christ." I went to Stonehenge, I had, like, 100 photos of just Stonehenge, like, of just, like, rocks. Some of them don't even make sense, like, but I was just gonna take all the pictures I could, so I didn't forget. He had, like, 1 photo, and I'm like
It was like an actual photo with from like a camera where you had to print film out, probably.
it was, like, the photo that you see everywhere, right? Like, just of the main front. So, it's just like, "Really, dude?" Like and he's just like, "Yeah, it was cool." And I'm like, so some of these places are just wasted on certain people, and I was just like, "Come are you serious?" Like, he went around the world, like, twice, and And I was like always in awe. I'm like, oh, all the places that you've seen. He's like, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, I, I don't, like I said, sometimes travel is wasted on some people. Like they just don't, it's not, yeah, it's not exciting for them. He was just like, yeah, it was cool, but I was just happy to get home. I'm like, you're a weirdo. Needless to say, that didn't last very long. Gotta have somebody who's at least excited to see these things. Like, um, let's see. Mark says Christianity really only borrows some ideas. I'll bet big ideas from a few specific pagan cultures, mostly Greco-Roman notions and philosophies about death, heaven, and hell. Well,
Still, they
Christianity and go ahead.
more than people would think. I it's something I've definitely gone into a lot uh in the past few years. I mean, and again, yes, some big ones like living and resurrected, dying and resurrected gods. Like there are way more than people think. Those gods also turn water into wine or water into something of that nature. Like there's so many little parallels like that throughout the mythos of these gods, these deities to become this one god. But like there's a lot. I think there's a lot more, and I think there's a lot of people still doing research on a lot of older primary texts now, where we're actually able to get our hands on those things, like not just um, traditionally. It has been done by scholars within the Christian faith because they've gone to school for religious studies and they're doing their thesis and doctrine on those things. And you pretty much have to be, when you're writing your thesis to get your master's in those in theology and those types of things, they have to approve it. And if it's not of that their narrative, it's not going to happen. It's just another one of those gatekeeping
Yeah,
aspects in academia that we see a lot. We're seeing it a lot now. People are speaking out about it more. But now that regular people have access to these things, we're learning a lot more about the evolution of religion in general.
I think they've borrowed a lot more than like I always just use the holidays. That's just kind of like just my go to as one of the things. But there are a lot of instances where they borrowed. I, I I'm I'm Catholic. Like I said, I believe um heaven, hell. I believe in God, but I do believe we've appropriated a lot of, because if I looked at it, I would probably, if this was the old days, I'd be kicked out of the Catholic Church because I would be a witch. Because I do probably feel more closely connected with probably what they would call being a pagan, because I believe more in energy, more in the earth and taking care of the earth. Like I know, uh, God, I don't want to get off. I'll get off on a tangent if I keep going. But I mean,
I feel you,
there are,
girl.
yeah, like I could. Otherwise, I'm just gonna, yeah, it'll get crazy up in here. But I get where Morg's coming from too. But Morg always has good stuff to throw into the chat, so makes me think. Makes me also like, oh,
Nothing wrong
like I
with
have to stop for a second.
discussing and
No,
thinking about different ideas and different perspectives of
I
things.
I have in recent years, I do have more of a problem with organized religions, and being Catholic, Catholic's one of them. Like
Super
it's a,
organized.
I have a pull. Like it's it's some, like I yeah, I can't. Some days I'm very like I'm Catholic, and other days it's like I don't want to acknowledge that because I'm starting to. And I think the older I get, the more I am getting just more. I like to just say I'm more spiritual. Like I know I believe in something higher, and I just don't. I don't prescribe to the Bible like a lot of people probably do. And I, like I said, we're going to get off on a tangent, but
I'm
I
keeping
think a
my
lot of
options.
things are, yeah, I just I don't like to I want to learn things for myself. I don't want to be told what to believe, and I feel like sometimes that's what church is. Like they're telling, like you've got one person up there
Sometimes.
telling everybody else, right? Like that's kind of how I've always like uh j- when I was growing up, it was Christian Reformed that I had a lot of exposure to, and that's exactly how I felt. Like it took me a lot of it. It caused a lot of confusion for me because how people treat each other and call themselves Christian, and then how they treat each other. I'm like, this isn't what you talk about. But then you treat people like this. It, things like that. That's why I have issues. But and maybe that's just my community because we had
Okay.
a lot of hypocritical people, right? Like they're teaching love, Jesus loves everybody, but then here they are, like some of the bitchiest, meanest people in town were
Very
these Uber.
judgmental.
Yeah, very, very judgmental. And I could never, like, as a kid, you're like even a silly kid could figure out like something's not right about this, and like I don't want to go to church with these people. Like I hated it. Like I would have ran out into traffic if I could have to avoid going to church with like my stepdad and them, because I just could not get behind what their ideals were. I just like, yeah, no, don't like it. And I still have some issues with it, but you can't tell that I was traumatized by my stepfather's religion at all, because it was traumatic. I'm shocked that I even um, still on occasion go to any type of church after that experience. But Morg says the Jews essentially did the same thing. Passover wasn't always Passover; it was more of a general Levantine harvest holiday event, and later had extra layers added to it. I don't know
Um,
too much about it.
yeah, but also it the blood over the door signified a rebellion in Egypt. There was an overt act taken by people, basically saying we're not hiding, we're not being quiet about this. It's There are aspects. I understand what he's saying. Anyways, all Judeo-Christian, like any form of all of that, like it's all they've all stacked on each other. There's no religion that is clear from not like having built on its predecessors. It's all an evolution. They've all taken ideas. It's the no one's I don't know.
Well, didn't Roman mythology took from Greek mythology?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, that's why
Like
there's exact that's why there's exact parallels in so many of them, right?
yeah,
So
you have Zeus and you have Jupiter, and yeah, all of them have a corresponding figure. Uh, I really got into mythology when I was in high school for whatever. I think I was just trying to shock my parents, but I also found it very interesting.
it's
So
really
because
interesting.
yeah, it is. Again, back to like I said, it was shock value to my uber Christian stepdad. So, to talk about gods and goddesses, it was just like, oh, that stuff's not real, and I'm like, so then I just have to get
That's
into
you.
it more because yeah, it says you. Um, but so we're oh god, I must have really got way behind on chat here. So I saw Tish came in. Hi Tish. It was up here a little ways. So this is back when I was talking about the ghost. Um, Tiff, I think he's still there. That Native American, I think he's connected to that land there. Like I said, I still felt him around. I just only saw him that one time, but again, That was the last time I ever went down to that barn at night by myself too. So like from then on, if I heard something, I never happened again. If I had, I probably would have just called 911 and let them come take care of it because that was an experience. But yeah, like everybody, my sister came, she's like, "Oh, you got to take me down, show me your ghost." And I'm like, "What do you think? Like I've got him sitting down there like ready to roll him out in front of everybody like, "Hey, I don't even have a name for him, but yeah, why don't you come out and meet my sister?" I was just like, "What?" Like ghosts don't work that way, honey. He was a real person at one time. Yeah, he was a real ghost. Really. Hello, little misfit. I haven't seen you for a while. Hello and welcome. I think he was he. I think he protects the land. He probably. I think I freaked him out just as much as he freaked me out because I don't think he probably wasn't aware that I could see him. But and maybe I could see him because we were both there, like with the horses, like because we are like I'm very horse oriented, like so if he had an affinity for horses, like if they meant something to him, maybe that's why I could see him. But yeah, and hello, Megan and Megan. And Rubicon had said too, there is a lot of quartz in the Rockies, and we were adjacent to the Rockies, so would explain why there is a lot of quartz out there. But um, I'll have to get one of my big rocks and put it up here. Comfrey is a good antibiotic. Yes. They use that to wasn't that put in like what are they called poultices? Like when they'd make
Solstice. Yeah.
yeah, that. Because I know they use that on horses, like horses that would go lame. They would put that, like they would pack their hooves in that.
Mm-hmm.
And Sumerians used honey, and Egyptians used honey quite a bit. That was also they used it for embalming as well, didn't they?
I
Um,
don't know about that. Probably.
and
Why not?
Tiff says eats the dead flesh. The maggots or the honey? I don't think the honey does, but the maggots do. Or does honey? I don't know what. I put that on my face sometimes, so I
Yeah,
hope
no,
it
I put it
doesn't.
on my face
Well,
all the time. It doesn't. It's
so
hydrating
okay,
and
it's,
antimicrobial.
yeah, okay. Let's see. Like they used to use leeches all the time too. Yeah, they still do. I think. I think
Mm-hmm.
some hospitals still do because
Yeah,
they.
they've got
Yeah, because
leeches in like the
when
corridors. Ugh.
yeah, like if you were like when I thought I was going to lose my finger from the cat bite. um, yeah, like if you had a like say your one of your fingers got cut off and they sew it back on, they'll put leeches here and that'll pull the blood flow back up into the I know. That stuff. Now, see, those are cool. Like leeches don't frighten me. I used to have to get those off kids when I was a lifeguard
Oh,
at a
leeches
Girl
are
Scout
even
camp.
creepier to me. Ew.
Those don't bother me. You just put a little
Ugh.
salt on them and they fall right off. I mean, you kill them, but yeah. And the kids would come out. We called them sticky bugs because you didn't want the girls getting all upset when they came out of the water and you'd see them like oh, this pond lake thing that they had to swim in. I'm like, they should not have allowed kids to swim in that. It was disgusting. um, so AJ's gonna go eat a bowl of rice now. Yummy rice. Rich husbands will make you earn every penny. Yeah, they probably will. There's just no plot. There's just no upside to anything that I want to do.
No.
Um,
Rude.
like nothing I want to do. Because, like, I was thinking, I'll marry an old rich guy and take care of him, and then with my luck, I'll die before he does. Just because that's my damn luck. But Little Misfit says, I migrated south to Idaho. It feels colder than Alaska. Dampness. Hope I can make it through summer. Hot is worse than cold, and dark nights in summer will feel so wrong. Oh my gosh, that's a big. I remember you saying you were gonna be moving, so that's where you went to south to Idaho. I don't know if I'd go to Idaho. God, a lot of crazy shit that's been happening. Oh, but Idaho, yeah. Every place I think you go to, you're gonna have something you gotta deal with, right? Like I don't know, Michigan in the summertime is absolutely beautiful, but this has been like the coldest damn winter we've had like in a long time. And but then sometimes in the summer it's so damn humid you can't even walk outside without like your hair freaking out. And yeah, I don't think I've seen the sun but like maybe 2 or 3 times so far this winter, and it's yeah, it's getting to me. Like I got to have some sunshine even if it's cold sunshine. And
Well,
Loomis says, I wonder what was lost change in translation of the Bible. Well, there were gospels that were left out of the Bible as well. So,
but
like, how
like
can you?
just for the language alone, that aspect of it, how there aren't direct translations for certain words across
Right.
different languages. So, I mean, from that, even looking at that as even if you were as precise as you could be, there's bound to be, just by the nature of it, there's going to be variation in
Yeah.
translation from that
A,
point.
a lot. um, and Little Misfit says God is energy. That's what I like to think too. Like that, I think that's where I'm starting to lean way more spiritual than I am um religion based, I guess, or to say that I'm part of a religion. Just because you hear about so many horrible things being done in the name of religion. I mean, Catholics have not been good over hundreds and hundreds of years. Some of the crap, um, some of the crap that they've got up to, but yeah, there's. I mean, just the translation from the Bible alone. They like with the Catholic Church, they left out gospels that they
The
didn't.
Council of Nicaea did some
Yeah,
work
didn't.
there.
Yeah, things that didn't fit what their narrative were left out. So then you set like I have this conversation with my uncle probably just about every holiday, right? When he's giving me his what the Bible says, right? And I'm just like, that's your
Thank you.
translation of it. That's not mine. I said, and for one thing, we don't know. There's some words in there that can mean something totally different now than what they did then. So you and they always seem to want to add in. How do I say this without offending people? What's convenient, like what helps their argument. Does that
Right.
is that
Yeah.
am I like if it helps your argument? This is what this passage means, and it's just like,
Well, that's why there's so many variations of Christianity, right? It's been interpreted to suit narrative,
yeah.
desired outcome.
And I'm with you, little misfit. Nature is my sanctuary.
Good.
Nature and cemeteries. Those are my sanctuaries.
Cemeteries are
Which
nature.
yeah, they are. They're right out there in nature. I love them. But I like a nice mausoleum too. They're really nice. Since they're not
Good.
outside in the elements,
I'm with
I
you on
hit the
that.
wrong button. Excuse me. I sent Stevie there's this really cool mausoleum. I think it's in Highgate Cemetery, and it has this really cool floor. I should have put it in here to show you guys. It has this really cool tile floor, and I sent it to Stevie because I said I want this tile in my bathroom, and he's like, "No, you'll trip over it." But I'm like, "But this like this mausoleum is about the size of my bathroom. Like it's a little tiny one." And I'm like, but if it works for that mausoleum, it'll work for my bathroom. But it was
It's
really
fine.
cool, like because it the way they have it, it almost does look like it gives you that optical illusion that like it's sort of raised, like the individual little squares on it.
I
I'll
think I know
post
what
a
you're talking
photo
about.
of it,
It's
but
like slivers that like make a square shape, kind of, and
yeah,
they stack,
yeah,
like makes a 3D
yeah.
effect almost.
Yep. And
Yeah.
they kinda overlap a little bit, and they're like, oh, it's really cool looking, and, like, I have a tiny little bathroom, so it probably would look so neat in there, but Stevie said no. He said I'd fall over it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I
Well, if
probably would," but
Stevie says no, then
well,
damn it.
he's gonna put quartz windows in his house, so who's the stupid one? Not
Yeah.
me. Yeah, Stevie.
All of us are the stupid one.
Yeah, we're the dumb ones. All right, whatever. Bert, AKA old haircut. I have a problem with organization everywhere. Parties, factions, movements, coalitions, religions, dogmas. Yeah, it seems like once people start to organize stuff, right? Like it's shit just gets out of control. We just have a funny world we're living in now. Yeah, those are hypocrites. They're in every religion. Yeah. These people were something else, though, Tiff. I have to tell you. How I ever stepped in a church again after having attended this place was, yeah, I joke about being in a cult and starting a cult, but it would be a fun cult. It wouldn't be like this stuff. So, all right, I know I'm starting to yawn too. I think we're gonna have to wrap it up
I
here.
need to eat.
I gotta uh-oh, I'm getting eyeballed. I have to feed her yet, so she's probably gonna come get me. Read some of Bart is it Ehrman's? Am I
Bar
saying it
Airman, yeah.
right? Books?
Hmm.
Ehrman? Okay. He has several focusing on translation issues alone. Okay, I'm gonna start that because I want to go look that up too. That's something I gotta have fodder for my when I get together on holidays with my uncle. I gotta make
I'll
sure.
send you some stuff. I got you.
Yeah, I need some stuff that like I gotta have stuff that's easy to remember for my ADHD brain, right? Because it's hard for me sometimes to recall that stuff, like because there's just so much going on in here. But yeah, I'd like to have some things to like fire back with because it just irritate. It's just the thing that irritates me the most is when I hear people say that, and I just want to like. Lately, I just keep my mouth shut. Yeah, and Little Misfit says, "Totally agree. Tombs, go to the forest or beach, and you'll feel God's presence, energy." And I can honestly tell you,
Tiff going commando in church makes me really fucking happy. I like that act of rebellion, Tiff. I'm gonna go to church
I like that.
just so I
I'm
can go
I'm
commando.
I'm pretty sure I have too, though, because I was in a wedding that I had to wear one of those little bustier things underneath my wedding, the bridesmaid dress,
Mhm.
because that was the only way like I could keep the girls up, and because you couldn't wear like a regular
That
bra with it,
had to
right? Like keep the
keep 'em
girls
up.
up there. And it had this like the way it came down, I couldn't wear it was very uncomfortable to wear the undergarment, the panties with it, and I was just like, "Screw it! It's a long dress. No one's gonna see anything." And it was summer, so I didn't wear nylons or anything like that. I just had like these little strappy sandal things on, but the dress went all the way down. So I was like, "Screw it." So I think I did go. We were in a church, so I did go commando at least once. I'm sure it wasn't
So
the only
suck
time.
it. Suck it, church.
Hey, you know what? They didn't have
I'm
did
sorry.
Jesus wear underwear? Did Jesus wear do did they have underwear back then?
You were just being
Oh,
Jesus like
I'm being closer to God. There's less between me and the
in the
spirit. Yeah.
Lord. Let's start our own church. This is gonna be fine. We're doing
Just
great.
we're all going to hell. Yeah. Woohoo. We'll be in good company. There's that song. Oh, I love that. In hell, I'll be in good company, I think is the name of it. It's really good. Morg says Passover is a celebration of an escape from Egypt that didn't actually historically happen, as Exodus is mythical and not fact in any greater sense. There's nuance, though. Did it not actually happen? I thought they said that it did. The escape. Isn't it the?
There's like
I
I
gotta
said,
set.
there something happened. I'll put it that way. I don't
Okay.
like I said, I'm trying not to go off on a
All
tangent
right.
with it.
Yeah, we won't. Well, let's not. Yeah, if we get too religious, then we're supposed to be more paranormal and cemetery related. But I am fascinated with religious studies. Like I could listen to people talk all day, like just not like my uncle, but like true scholars. Like I love to listen to all of that.
I mean, you can
I do
find a
miss
scholarly argument for everything. So, like, this is the.
just like with ghosts, right? Do they exist? Do they not exist?
Mhm.
Well, I know what I've seen, so you can't convince me anymore that they don't exist. But um Little Misfit's gonna check that out. Hey, okay, we're saying hello. I was to it too, loved it. Um, oh, Little Misfit found my lifeguard whistle. I have mine in a. I found my little box. I kept this little box of like just like crazy stuff. Like I've got some concert ticket stubs and things like that. It's just like a little, I don't know, memory box or whatever. But my lifeguard whistle is in there. I never got to blow it though, really. I was assistant lifeguard. Never got to blow my whistle. I'm so bad. But I had one. Darlene says honey is had leeches. Yeah, so they do still use leeches. I thought they did. Like I said, my friend that's an RN, I was like, I always joked with her because I'm like, being a vet tech, like she's got a little bit more education. Well, technically, we both have 4 years of college, but she's got a 4 year RN. So I guess she's maybe a little more educated than me, but still, she's tending maggots. So I'm like, what are you doing with your education? It was, I shouldn't laugh at that. It wasn't funny. I thought it was some of you nurses get a little too big for your britches, but all right, I'm gonna go down. And a little miss said she's only 30 miles from Canada, so she has an escape plan. Hey, I'm in Michigan. I'm like 3 hours from, I can go right across to Windsor. So it takes
There
longer
you
if I go north, but yeah, hey, I'm fully ready. My Jeep, she lived in Canada. She knows the route home. I think she could probably find her way back. And yep, Darlene says the leeches restore blood flow and clotting purposes. All right. All right. I'm going to scroll. Oh gosh. We've got some oh my goodness. There's some big questions in here. Um
My thing's
Tip
on six
says,
percent.
"Oh, well we got okay. Oh, okay, I'm going to go fast. I'm going to scroll fast. Yes, humid here in Michigan too. So cuz we're right on the lake. Lake Michigan, not Lake Chicago like Sassy tries to call it. She just does that to make me mad, upset. Morg says, I could tell you why, according to proto Catholic logic, those other gospels were left out. Largely, the real reason is most cases was that one doesn't agree with the proto Catholic orthodoxy, although many of those are also late and crazy, even relative to first and second century Christianity. Um, I always just get a little upset because the one of the ones that was left out and one that I actually went and read on my own was the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, because everybody wants to just always call her, right, she was a prostitute and all of that. And I don't know, I have a hard time believing that. So actually I don't believe that. I don't believe that's what she was.
She was also the niece of
um
John the Baptist, and according to other texts, depending what philosophies
you're
you
gonna
want to follow, more Gnostic, that she was actually a high priestess herself.
That's what I follow along with too. I think she was just as much a disciple of, not to get anybody upset, but I mean, we can all have our own beliefs,
I think
and
she
we
was
can
more
all
than
we
I think she was more than a disciple. In all
I
honesty,
yeah, I think so too. Uh, I did get in. I probably should. I want to pull those books out and read those again. I bought a lot of those. I went really deep down that rabbit hole. It's been a while. I think it was before my kid was born, but it was like I was fascinated by it. Especially her. Like I'm fascinated by her. And just knowing how the Catholic Church wasn't very crazy about women in the first place, you can sort of understand that. Um, let's see, you lose a lot. Yeah, lost in translation. There's There's a reason that that's a saying, right? The Greek word used, oh my God, Septuagint.
Septuagint.
Okay, there
Septuagint.
you go. Thank you, AJ. For the young woman in Isaiah can also mean virgin. So Mary ends up a virgin, even though the book or any other part of the OT has anything to do with Jesus.
And culturally, the word virgin actually meant to have not had a child yet. And some, oops, my thing's telling me that it's dying.
Oh,
Anyways, again,
I gotta keep going.
I digress.
I know we've got it. We're all on this big religious topic now, and like we're supposed to be talking about ghosts and crystals and protecting ourselves with them. But oh
Yeah,
my God, this
kind of
is
flow
this is
into.
this is fascinating though. Like this needs to be probably a Discord conversation so that we can all just like tear it apart and hopefully not get mad at each other and have beefs because I think we're adults. I think we could discuss things and have various opinions, right? Like, and doesn't have to come to blows like it does at my my holiday Christmas parties with my family. Here we go. Little Misfit says, I love cemeteries too. Need to find the ones around here. I'm experimenting with videoing and uploading videos. Just did one of the short part of my new driveway. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's I got to get out and get some more cemetery footage. And I am looking at getting a little handheld what is it? One of those little blogging cameras or whatever. I'm looking at getting one of those instead of having to use my phone all the time so that maybe my videos don't look so because they're always jerky looking. But I also want to I want to go back to putting that trail cam up at the cemeteries too, because I'd like to see if I can get some paranormal activity or something going on. But that's cool, Little Misfit. I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad that you're in a new place. I hope you like it. And Bert says I have problem with any organization. Yeah, any. And God knows we're anti-organized in this because we can't stick to a topic. Oh my God. All right. I'm gonna skip over, go down. But yeah, we need to that'll have to be a different channel.
This is my problem.
Yeah,
When you're talking about
there we go.
Do a thing, I was like, I wouldn't even know where to focus.
Yeah, there's just so much to it. And Morg says, I'm the resident troll advisor in Tombstone's Discord. I can be found there sometimes. Yeah. You have to, I do sage quite a bit in the Discord. That does keep Morg out once in a while, but just kidding. Usually I'll post a lot of country music in there, and then Morg comes along and puts some 9-inch nails or something in there. So if you want to summon Morg, just put some country music links in the music section and he'll materialize. So but that would be, we could have that discussion in there. I think that would be and then that way we keep it a little bit more and Tiff just wants to air it out. Let's not air it. Not here. God, did OB just talked about all that beef and stuff the other night. We don't want
What
beef.
are we airing out?
We just
no. Something else. Oh, okay.
I don't know. Tiff is just going to air something. Well, because she went commando. Sorry, it took me a second. Yeah. She's just sitting there airing it out with the Lord. I'm going to hell. I am so. Hi, Erica.
I just wanted to get the demons out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get them demons out, your vajayjay. Get them out.
Fine. It's fine.
Anti-acid quote. Ghosts are just people who died trying to fold fitted sheets. Yeah, I've seen that one, and I love. I just put mine in a big ball. I throw them in the closet. That's what I do with my damn fitted sheets because I'm so sick of them. Little Misfit says I'll have to see if I have. If not, if you go to the community tab, the YouTube community tab, Little Misfit, you'll see the link to the Discord and you can pop in through there. Otherwise, I think you're an OBs. If you're an OBs, I think I can put it in I've got my little section in OBs there, so I can put it in there too. I don't know. I feel weird about doing that in her Discord, but there's not very many of us. I think we're all both places, really. So, um, who Joel Baden's course is on YouTube. I forgot to mention that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look at these things just for my own personal knowledge. Assistant lifeguard. Yeah, we could talk about being a lifeguard. I hated it. I loved it and then I hated it because I'm a redhead and I could not sit out there all day without burning my ass up. Just sit in the bathroom with my whistle on, sit on the toilet.
Or if you fall on your tile, if you fall on your tile and need help, then you have a whistle.
I'm not that old, AJ.
I didn't say you were gonna fall on your tile.
Life alert. It was Stevie who said that. Stevie's on my shit list right now, telling me I'm gonna fall like I'm some old lady. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Stevie.
I skipped through, guys, because AJ is hungry. I'm getting tired, and I have a little kitten over here who's going to eat my face off in about 5 minutes if I don't
only
feed her.
12:15. It's fine. Who needs to eat?
Yeah, who needs to eat? Little Misfit, a GoPro. I would love one of those. Those are so damn expensive. Yeah. They've got some really nice little 8K little handheld cameras for like about $120 like on Amazon. If you just want something to go do like some videos with and you want to upgrade later, that's what I'm looking at getting. And I'm putting this stuff on YouTube. So, and I bought one of these little field cameras for like $30. You could go see the video that it took at the cemetery. It's damn good. It's really good for being a trail cam or whatever you want it. Not a field cam. I don't know why I keep calling it that, but yeah. So I can't feel one of my butt cheeks anymore because I've been sitting here for so long, and I've got like a laptop cord that's going between my legs and it's not comfortable. So, all right, guys. So we did our Tuesday is the next stream, and I have a grave story to tell you. It's about a grave. It's not a heavy story like a grave story, but it's about a grave. So that'll be Tuesday, and I don't know what's coming after that. We'll find something. We'll definitely have to have AJ back. She's pulling all her crystals out right now. I don't have any. Mine are all sitting right here right now because it's bedtime, or it will be.
Shake my crystals out.
Woo! Oh, it just got like the temperature went up in this room like, well, the views just went up by like 100. Look at that, AJ. Shake them out there.
You're welcome. It was the crystals, all right, guys, not my boobs.
Yeah, it's you're manifesting, and it's your intent though.
Through my tits.
So I will these cute little thingies that I made here for the stream, I'll put those in Discord. I'll put them in the what's that thing over there, the community tab.
Do the things, yeah.
In the things so that you guys can have access to them. I had one more that I forgot to put up here because we just started yammering about other stuff, but this is
look at that.
Yeah. I'll probably just put this one in there since it'll be easiest, but it combines the herbs with the crystals. So, and you can, like I said, you can look up protective herbs. You pick what you like, what feels best to you. This is just what I use. And like AJ, she's got what she likes to use. But if you find something that calls to you, get it. That's what I did. Yeah, I mean, if it's talking to you and no one else, you may need to. Yeah, you probably do need a therapist. I hear voices a lot. I don't think that's right. All right,
That's
guys.
right.
I'm going to go feed my kitty.
I'm gonna feed
AJ's
my.
going to go feed herself.
Yep.
And I will be back Tuesday night and we're going to talk about a lady who died once and got buried twice. So we're going to talk about people who got buried alive because you guys were all talking about this last week and I went and found some stuff for you. So I hope you're excited. And yeah. And guess what? They did bury people alive, especially this lady. So it's real.
Ring,
It happened.
ring that
Maybe.
bell.
Maybe. Well, wait till you find out how they found out she wasn't dead. It's awesome. And I can't wait. I can't wait to tell you guys.
Is it
And she's
awesome?
Irish. Woo! It's gonna be fun.
Irish.
All right, guys. It's very Irish. I can just totally see, like, yeah, I can see them. Like they just give her a shot of whiskey. Like, get the hell out of the hole and get back to work, lady. I didn't say that in an Irish accent. I was just, yeah, okay. All right, guys, I'm out. I gotta tap out. Love you guys. Thanks for coming in tonight. Appreciate you. And I'll see you Tuesday. AJ, thank you as always. You're amazing. Y'all make my head explode. I have all this new knowledge and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm probably just going to fall asleep and forget about it by tomorrow. My head is real. But it's recorded and I will make notes on it later. So that's why this is all. Yeah. All right. Night, guys. Love you. Thank you. Bye bye.